Dude, he's smoking. I know. Look at that. That's a good.
They're showing what he used to do.
Yeah.
He's what he used to
I'm
be.
basically like kind of going over
Recap,
my whole life and everything right there.
Somebody
That's
watching
amazing.
that with no volume be like, oh, that's a good. I can do that too. I could smoke and kick it in the parking lot. All right. We are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Today, we have a very special guest. Mr. Neen Williams is back with us. How are you, dude?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me. As always.
Yes.
Always a pleasure when Neen Williams walks through that front door, man.
Definitely.
Thank you, man. It's always great to see you guys.
How's life in Fort Worth now? Fort Worth, Texas.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good. Definitely a change, but it's been a good change, you know. Just kind of me and my wife wanted to kind of start that next chapter of life, and we wanted to get married, get a house, and have a child, start a little family. So we accomplished all those things.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
In the span of a couple years.
For sure.
Yeah, a couple years. We went for it, and now just kind of adjusting and getting used to everything.
Sure.
You know?
I mean, last time we saw you was in 2020. You were on the show, but it was a via Zoom thing. And I think we were just talking about before the show. You were just diving into all this. You were still here in LA, and then literally shortly after that Stop and Chat came out, you were gone.
Yeah, it kind of happened fast.
Her family's from out there, though. No,
Her family's from out there. I think what initially happened was when everything got shut down, it kind of took away the spark for us, and we were paying, you know, a couple $1,000 in rent, paying someone's mortgage off, right?
Los Angeles, baby. Los Angeles.
You know, and you know, because everything was kind of slowing down, I just saw like my bank account kind of going lower and lower, and I had a nice little chunk saved from like all the little partnerships I was doing. So I like pocketed all that stuff and I saved it. And I was like, you know, we have enough to go get like our own house, but you know, we've been going back and forth to Texas a bunch, and I seen like how far money kind of took you out there, you know, when buying property. And I always wanted to get a property out there since we had family out there. So I was like, you know, let's look at some spots out there and, you know, maybe get something out there. So we kind of just did this all online.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Yeah, just
Damn.
You went out there and looked at the house, though.
no.
Wait a minute.
Sight unseen.
What? This
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
almost bought a house damn near on eBay. What's going on?
No, but we nailed it. We got an awesome house. I mean, obviously we got lucky.
Wait a minute. Can I just ask you something about this? Like,
Yeah.
It's online. You didn't feel sketched out or anything? Were you working with a reputable broker, or was it just literally like Auto Trader, like home trade? Like,
Right.
what was
On
this?
Zillow or something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. What is going on?
So we knew a realtor, and we were working with her. So she would go and like walk and check out the houses,
Film
and
stuff.
film stuff, send us videos, and she
That's
was
cool.
She was really straight up about everything. Like, no, you don't like this house. This house is shit. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what ended up happening is because my wife's family lives out there, we sent them to look at the houses.
There you go.
You know,
Perfect.
when we nailed one where it was like, okay, this one looks awesome. Like, can you check it out for us when you have some time? And what ended up happening was there was a few in question that we really wanted, but the housing market is crazy. And especially at that time, because interest rates were super low.
Yes, bro.
People were just swooping them up. As soon as they popped up, 3 days later, boom, gone, you know? And we were over here online trying to figure this out, you know?
You didn't get in any bidding wars or anything?
No, we did not,
Okay.
thankfully,
That's
you
good.
know? So what ended up happening is I was on a trip. I forgot where I was, but this house came out, and like within 10 hours, my wife saw it, and she was like, oh, this is like the most amazing house. Like, we need this house, and like sent it to me. And I was like, go for it, you know, because I know how it goes. They just get swiped up, you know.
I know what you're thinking though, Neen. You're looking at the driveway, but I can build, I can build a little skate spot there. I can make a bank. I know what you're thinking.
I did think about doing that a bunch of times. I still want to do something there, but I always come down to the fact that I don't really enjoy skating by myself. I like having friends. Like, I feel like skating is like it's like a community thing. Like, you want to have at least one friend or something.
Hype.
Right.
Yeah,
Vibes.
hype vibe. Like,
100%.
by myself, I could practice a trick, but even then, like, going through like the pandemic, I'll do like some like self-filming tricks. And my phone would always run out of battery before I could get the trick that I wanted.
But prime example, Neen, is when we were skating Beebles Park, and we would go there. We would be like, okay, let's getting warmed up, nose wheelie nollie flip or this or that, and it's that vibe.
You
of
feed
just,
off each other.
even just getting warmed
Big
up.
time.
It helps, you know.
You need that.
100%. I'm the same.
So we got the house, and we still were out here. And we just like kind of figured out a way to get to Texas by just like, we hit up a couple companies and kind of did some partnerships. They're like, oh yeah, for a post, we'll move all your stuff to Texas. And we're like, all right, let's do it. You know, for a post, we'll move your cars
Hold
to
on.
Texas.
How many
That's pretty dope. No, real talk. That's amazing that you can use your following to kind of be like, you know, I got like, you know, 100,000 followers. What would that give me? Oh, we'll take your stuff.
Now,
Social
Are
media
you-
has
That's
been
sick.
a
Are you
beast.
asking just like he said? Are you saying like, hey, I have follower, or like how did a conversation like that come up? Because that never
So,
happens to me.
I'm never like a person that wants
I don't go to Trader Joe's and they're like, hey, just post and we'll give you half off.
Yeah, so like, I didn't want to like go out there and put myself out like that, you know, because I'm just not that type of person. But my wife has no problem doing it for me.
She does it for you.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
she jumped in there.
Then I have nothing to do with it.
Like, yeah.
It ain't me.
Like, here's my phone. Go for it. You know, set it up, and then we found partnerships, and
That's so sick.
we basically moved to Texas for free, which was fucking awesome. You know.
Because you could get got, just sidebar, like you could get really got with some of these moving companies,
For
man.
sure.
You think like, oh, like, yeah, we'll just, you know, hire a company, and then you're like 15 grand later. It's like, what?
And your shit's all fucked up too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are these all partnerships outside of skateboarding?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like random moving companies, and you know, car, like normal car.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
See, that's crazy.
That's good.
So it was really cool. And we like figured it out, and we got there, and it was we had to wait for like 2 weeks to move into the house, so we just stayed at our mom's house until we were able to move in.
Nice,
Yeah,
dude.
but it's awesome, man. You gotta, anytime you guys are in, or
I see some
you're
tours
visiting.
popping through your
Yeah.
house. You're barbecuing outside. You got a big
Man.
like fire pit smoker thing,
Smoker
or
thing,
whatever
yeah, I
it
saw
is.
that
I don't
thing.
know what the hell you got going on
In the ground thing. I
yeah,
saw.
the pit. I made the hearth. That's that big brick structure
Yeah,
that I
that's what
cook
I'm
all the
saying.
meats
Yeah,
on and
yeah.
stuff. We got like a sauna and an ice bath in the back and a gym.
Sick.
So it's all just like a bunch. It's like I got a nice spot and then just kind of like slowly built out like my dreams spot. You know.
Yeah.
You got to do it in phases, bro, because sometimes that'll just get you.
Oh yeah, for sure. The gym equipment's so expensive.
I'm sure.
Oof. So like,
But you
Oh,
didn't
you
try
built-
to get any, I'm sorry.
No,
Bob,
please,
I'm sorry,
go ahead,
You
go
didn't try to get any like hookups with that as well?
well, I already have some hookups with it through On It and stuff, which is
course.
one of my sponsors. So I got like all my kettlebells and stuff from them. And then one of my friends hooked me up with some stuff that helped me out, you know, so like kind of like a starter gym, and then just a couple things I had to buy.
Right.
I did luck out is there was like a college or a high school that was selling all their gym equipment for like super cheap. So I just like grabbed a bunch of that too.
Wow.
That's sick.
So it was like super.
Yeah, it could be
The timing.
expensive, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could be
good timing.
expensive. So you built out a gym. You built out a cooker.
Yeah. And I basically, you know, obviously like the house isn't like complete by itself with just my family. So I always like urge all the skaters that come through to Texas, to my part of town, to stop by and hang out. Like you
Okay.
always have an ice bath. You always have a sauna. You got to work out. You can work out with me if you want, you know, just like kind of like it's community, you know,
Sure.
like come
Love
through,
that.
like we're all skaters, like most of us are all cool, so let's go do this, you know.
Here we are at your. This is
That's
this is your place.
yeah, it's my place. It's like where my it's like my driveway. I just
Okay.
like walk. See that little brick wall behind there?
Yeah, let's see.
That's what I want to
That thing?
cement. Yeah, that thing has
okay.
it already has like a grade to it, to where if you laid cement on it, it'll be like a steep little quarter pipe.
Neen, that's a quick trip to Home Depot.
Oh, it's
and a
simple.
couple. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you got that.
Yeah, some rebar, just easy.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, so that's like I just kind of rolled some stuff out and just kind of get to work.
It's
I
funny,
love
man.
it,
That
bro.
just it look exactly like how I work out.
I couldn't even imagine.
What are you talking
that,
about,
dude.
man? It's to the T.
Yes, dude. I love that.
Amazing, though. No, I have been trying to get a little more little more workouts and stuff.
Yeah.
The bike and some lifting weights and stuff. And
Well, that's only going to help you do the things that you love for many more years to come, man.
Right.
You know?
Right.
At the end of the day, it's like as we age, we not only lose muscle mass, but what goes first and more rapidly is our strength and our power.
Yeah.
And you need those to like walk, run, jump, bend over, pick up things and stuff, you know? So the only way to like switch that around is weight training.
How old are you?
I'm 38.
38. Okay.
So
So
you're way ahead of the game, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If I start now, I guess I got to start that now.
You could start anytime too.
Yeah.
That's like the best thing about it is
Right.
like it's not too late unless obviously you're like completely injured and
Right.
But I mean even then it's like if you could heal from your injury and then pick it up, it's like
Yeah.
you're gonna be in a way better place than if you didn't pick it
I
up.
need to get like on some sort of regimen, bro. Like I'm gonna have to lean on you.
Yeah.
a little bit.
Anytime.
Be like,
Well, luckily he
Straight up.
knows all the places to go to out here as well.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so
because I
yeah.
grew up out here, so I know all, spots all over, you know. And just like if you ever have questions, just hit me up. I love when like fellow skaters hit me up and ask me questions, and I'm like,
For
oh,
sure.
sick, and I could like provide answers. It's like sick, like I could help out, you know.
No,
It's like
especially because you have such a deep knowledge of this. I mean, we see it, you know, via your Instagram. There's a lot of things that you're doing that, you know, can help a lot of people. You know what I mean? And is helping a lot of people. So I'm sure
Thank you,
getting
man.
I'm sure you're getting reached out to on a daily basis in that sense.
yeah, for sure. There's
feel like-
definitely a lot, and I try to answer as many as I can, but
Yeah. I feel like it was not. People weren't doing that too much back in like maybe 10 years ago or something.
Nah.
I feel like it wasn't like not that it wasn't accepted, but it was kind of like, oh, that guy's weight training. It's kind of weird almost.
No, like taboo type. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean you're doing that?
yeah. But,
yeah, I think a lot of the misconception comes down to like a lot of the general public thinks when they think of working out, they think of like bodybuilding, stepping on stage, all muscly and veiny and spray tanned, you know. Like,
that's what I'm striving for.
yeah.
like they don't really understand that, you know, for an athlete, for a skateboarder, the type of training and the type of working out is more focused on like getting stronger and more powerful, more explosive. You know, it's a fully different way to train.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously you throw some of that bodybuilding in there, you know, because like building muscle, you can also benefit. It also like helps with longevity as well.
Right.
But there's no point for you to put on a bunch of extra muscle because that's just going to get in the way from
Right.
like you doing what you need to do. You need to be limber. You need to be fast and explosive, right?
That's what I figure sometimes, because sometimes I overthink it. I think I'm gonna be like out there like skating like all like, you know, super stiff and shit.
No,
Where-
if you stay up on it, you know, and you stay up on like plyometrics and being explosive and speed work, you know, then you won't get like that.
Okay.
You know, and it'll take a long time. Like to build muscles, like you got to do a lot of work. It's not
don't
as
tell me
easy.
that. Really?
Yeah, it's not as easy as like I've just been doing these curls. Now I got these huge biceps. You
I don't
know?
want huge. I just want to tone out a little bit. Now you're
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
me.
I think it's easier for some than others. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're
for
all
sure.
made
There-
up of obviously different. So what may work for me might not work
Dubs,
for you. We could do
you're
the same.
naturally buff.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
I'm not. I need. It's It's going to take a long time.
That's what I'm saying. So it might take you a little longer based on me kind of built a certain way.
Right.
It might take me a little lesser time to get to a certain
100%.
point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like genetics definitely plays like a little part in there. You
Right.
know what I mean? If
Right.
you're just genetically beast, you're going to get beast faster, you know?
But and diet too is a big part of it, right?
Diet, yeah.
Yeah.
Huge part.
Check this out. I'm eating. What can I add or take away, or what can I add to this?
Okay.
Right. So, I don't know. Listen, this is just a nice meal that I make myself that I think is more healthy and maybe clean. Maybe a lot of people don't agree with it, but I like it. Right. So I get sweet potato. Right. Love sweet potato. It's good.
Beautiful.
Don't put anything on it. Just cook it up.
Just raw sweet potato. Oh,
Yeah. Cook it up. No butter. No.
Perfect.
Chicken. Love a good chicken. I do dip a little barbecue sauce. You know what I mean?
a little.
A little bit. No. This dude. No. Different time. We're talking about a
comes
different
out.
trip. That's on a trip.
comes
That's Sweet
out.
Baby Ray's. It's a whole different thing. At home, it's just some Trader Joe's barbecue sauce. Oh, excuse me, Whole Foods barbecue sauce.
How
It's
much
just-
barbecue sauce are we talking?
Now listen, I take a little. Those espresso cups.
Yeah.
Small little cup.
Look up.
Pour a little barbecue sauce in there.
That's really
Okay.
hard to imagine after I saw you that last time.
Whole
This guy
different-
was
whole different
dumped
thing.
A whole
That's
half
like,
of a bottle.
I bought a
It was a
Big-
new bottle. He didn't know how fast it's going to come out.
the big thing of Sweet Baby Ray's.
Oh, you do.
Raj got your back.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
So then we got. I just cook up some rice. I love rice.
Yeah,
I don't
rice
know how
is the
people
best.
feel about that.
I love it.
Sugar and all that stuff, right? Doesn't it?
Starchy?
Doesn't it? Yeah, isn't it not the best for you? Or is it
No. I mean, rice is completely fine.
white rice?
It's
I'm
just-
a white rice guy, not a brown rice guy.
Yeah, same here.
Okay.
I love white rice.
Oh, it's so good.
Same.
Right?
That's like my go-to carb. of
Recently,
choice.
I've been making my own fried rice.
Yeah, that's a
So I
good
take
one.
that. I take the egg, put the egg in there,
Ooh.
put the rice in there.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
bought peas and carrots frozen, but I throw that in there, soy sauce.
Okay.
And then I put my chicken in there recently. So now I've got chicken fried rice.
Beautiful.
Oh. Okay, so let me go back to my thing. So that's sidebar. Okay, chicken, rice,
Sweet potato.
sweet potato, apple.
Yeah,
That's my dinner.
that's good.
What can I add or take away that could be? Because it's kind of boring, to be honest with you. It's like a boring. It's not that tasteful, that dinner.
I mean,
Steak. Maybe I could swap the steak out. Chicken with steak.
you're kind of hitting all the macronutrients right there. You know, you're getting
Okay.
your protein, you're getting your carbs, a little bit of fat. Chicken's not going to have the most fat, but if you're on a diet that's higher with carbs, the less fat, the better, kind of in that place. You don't necessarily have to add or take anything away, but if you don't enjoy that dish, I mean, you could always substitute, maybe the apple for some tortillas and some salsa or something with the rice, so then now you're having like
Okay.
something a little bit more like Mexican food, right?
Okay.
Really, I mean, that's a solid,
It's a solid dinner.
dinner. Yeah. I mean, a lot of things, it's like when it comes to diet, right? Sorry, I'm getting like a little tripped
please,
up because
please.
when
Go
it
ahead,
comes
go
to
ahead.
diet, it's kind of like,
It's tricky, right?
it's tricky, but it's like,
Everybody's different.
it's very like, it's almost like religion now. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, I'm carnivore, I'm vegan, I'm this, I'm that. And it's like,
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. And it's really just, it's kind of what works for you, right? And if you're looking to meet a specific goal, the best way to do that is to start tracking for like a week or two just to get an idea. Like let's say you want to put on muscle, gain weight, or lose weight, or just maintain. You track for a few weeks to kind of get a feel of how much food you should be eating to like meet these macronutrient goals and like your caloric goals. And then you just kind of repeat that day after day.
How do I know what those goals are? How do I set those goals? How do I know what that is, that number?
So the goals are specific to you and what you want to do. So let's say you want to put on weight. So
Yeah.
what you do is you go to like a TDEE calculator.
Excuse me?
It's called a total daily energy expenditure. It's TDEE is the abbreviation .com, and then you input your weight, your activity level, your height, and what that does, and like how much you train or skate or whatever. And what that does is it like generates an estimate number of like how many calories you burn in a day. So then you take that number, and if you want to put on weight, you want to eat around 10 to 15% over that number. So you would take that number, add 10 to 15% to that number, and then you got your surplus calories. So then that would be your goal amount of calories to eat every day to put on the weight that you're looking to put on. And then the same thing goes for if you're trying to lose weight, you subtract it by 10, 15, 25%, and that is like your caloric deficit.
What about the
I'll just
macros?
stick with frozen pizzas.
I know.
But how would you figure out the macros in that scenario?
The macros is really just like it goes back to like what do you like to eat, right?
Yeah.
So like you can either go low carb, you could go high carb, or you could do a blend of both. So you can low carb is kind of, I feel like low carb is almost easier to shred with.
Yeah.
Because you can't really overeat protein and fats. Like there's just a point where you're just like, oh God, like meat sweats, like I'm done, you know? and then like high carb is like really good to like put on muscle. And that's when you're just always eating those like sides of rice and fruit and stuff, you know, like just kind of like doubling what you eat.
Because I want to like work out, but also make those workouts count by having the right nutrients in my body that will help, you know,
Yeah.
buff me up.
Generate some shit.
Buff me up.
I mean, I'm going for the spray tan out there, muscle
Buff me hard.
buff, you know.
Yeah, normally like when you're a little bit leaner to begin with. So I would suggest not doing a shred, but to put on weight. So actually like eating a surplus for quite some time until you get like kind of like just thick, marshmallowy. And then you would shred it down, because what will happen is like, because you're eating more than you burn, your body and your training, your body is going to start like repairing those muscles and building muscles.
You've known me for a long time. I have not changed.
No, you look the
whatsoever.
same.
That's what I'm saying. So, in order for me to put on any weight is a very hard task.
What about if you like put on like you did like a meal plan where you're eating like 3 meals a day, substantial meals,
right?
And then you're snacking in between.
How am I going to get 3 meals a day?
I don't know.
What
but
do you
that's
mean?
what.
Do you
That's,
not eat 3 meals a day usually?
No.
Oh.
that's another thing.
That's the reason why you still look the same as 10 years ago when I saw you.
I can't cook 3 meals a day. How am I supposed to do that?
Meal
you
prep, dude.
meal prep it,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
Whole Foods.
Right.
You go, like I go to the little sushi stand, I ask them for rice, and then I get a rotisserie chicken. Like if I'm like on tour or like on a trip, I'll just get a rotisserie chicken and eat that thing all day.
That sounds good.
I'm probably
dude.
eating tons of bacteria because I just leave it in the car, but I just
right.
like,
Yeah, because there's no refrigerator. Or whatever. Yeah.
So I'm just like,
But if you eat it in
chomping
a,
down.
in a certain amount of time, you should be good.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Letting that thing linger like 9-10 hours might be a little.
There's a lot of like evidence pointing to like if you just get all your macronutrients, so like all your protein, all your carbs, all your fats in at some point of the day, like you'll still get the benefits. Like you don't have to eat 6 times a day. That's more like on the bodybuilder side of things. You can just eat one big ass meal and like get all your stuff. But granted, that's a lot of
big
food.
meal, yeah.
That's a lot of food in one sitting, you know.
I think the hardest part is honestly knowing the stuff that you're talking about, because I feel like anyone could do these things. Like if they put but a lot of people don't understand what you need to do.
Or
So they aimlessly try things and they fail, and they're like, I don't know, fuck 'em. Like you said earlier, like, I'm just gonna eat my pizza and I'll go for that.
Yeah, or don't know where to go to find the information,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Because
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
so much information out there, and like knowing as much as I know, it's the only reason why I know this much is because I've put myself through all of that shit.
Yeah.
You know, until I figured out like, oh, this is how it actually works, you know, and all that. And I'm always down to help. So
Yeah.
if you
I'm
need
gonna-
it, let me know.
It's the wrong thing to say to me, man. I'm going to be texting you.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Well,
kidding.
dude, Nick Dompierre helped us a long time
Yeah,
ago.
he's really good at it.
Yeah, but it was the first time I kind of started to understand
Yeah.
that realm of like what I
that's-
was putting in my body.
That's basically the gist of it all is just asking questions. Like people that do it, like just ask them questions. Most people that know all these things are nice for the most part.
Yeah.
Just like anything else.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like
I
I
want to spread the word. Like,
yeah,
you know,
like
what
I want to
works.
help out everybody, you know,
Yeah.
like or as many people as I can.
And I think that's the end of the day. It's like we're all getting a little older, you know, and we just want to be able to feel good,
Yeah.
but also just skate as long as we possibly can.
For
that's
sure.
the
Preserve our
objective
bodies.
at the end of the day, right? So all this talk is like, it's good once in a while. You need a reminder sometimes, you know, you need a reminder. You need a kind of a kick in the ass sometimes to be like, okay, let me get on this.
For
you
sure.
know?
And like one last thing on that is like you don't have to only eat the cleanest foods to get there. Like you could eat whatever you like to eat and get there as long as you kind of track it. Like people have done it like eating fast food the whole time. Not saying that you should
Right.
eat fast food the whole time, but you can accomplish these goals like with physique.
Can I accomplish them with this?
Oh yeah.
Look at this burger. Look at this burger. Hold on.
Oh,
my.
It didn't even fit in the screen.
Oh yeah, Nick right there.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, you would. That would be like.
Get 'em.
That's probably like 2 days worth of food. Right there.
But then
he probably fasted the whole next day.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
Seriously,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
That's-
becoming very popular these days. Like, you know,
Fasting.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
Hold
starting
on.
to see that.
What? 8 half-pound beef patties,
Oh, yeah.
16
Wow.
slices of cheese, buttery bun, and a pound of fries?
Wow,
Damn, 4-pound burger.
get him.
Sheesh.
I mean, that looks good, but
How many
Eating all
calories
that.
did he
Yeah,
say?
dude,
yeah,
that's too much.
that's a
I don't think
lot.
he said- I don't think he has a
Video coming soon.
How many calories do you think that is?
8,000?
I mean, it's probably not 8,000. It's probably closer to like 4,000 probably with the fries and stuff.
But he's obviously like, his body is adapted to this. you
Yeah,
know?
and-
This is a cheat day, obviously.
And
Like,
all the
it's not-
stuff that I'm kind of going over with you guys right now, it's like he knows all that stuff to a T. So it's
Yeah,
like if he eats that, like he's probably gonna chill and not
He
eat
doesn't have
tomorrow.
to Google
Yeah.
how to recover from eight burgers.
Yeah, yeah. And he's been doing it for years, so he like knows the cheat codes. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Come a long way, this guy.
For sure. He's
Long
crushing.
hair, beanie, frail dude. Kind of frail, but you know what I mean. Skinny.
Now
to
he's
that.
a beast. Yeah.
he's
Well,
He's
most
gnarly.
people
Level with
would
that.
think that's like a bad thing, like you're cheating, like you're doing something bad. But it's like, no, I can get what's good for me tomorrow right here too, and just make it last, right?
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
For sure.
I wonder if he would got that to go. Got a little to go bag.
No, he ate the
But
whole
he-
thing.
he
for sure.
ate the whole
He
thing?
ate the whole thing
Holy
for sure.
They're already bugging out, and now you're taking it to go.
God damn. Let me get a doggy bag. Let's talk about skating, man.
Yeah.
How
Yeah, let's do
is
it.
everything? I mean, do you guys get? I know you. There's a skate shop out there that you rep.
Yeah.
Dallas and
Geometric.
Houston. Geometric.
With George.
How's that out there? Do you get to go to that skate shop often? Do you skate with those dudes out there? Like,
I s-
what's your routine out there?
I skate with all of them all the time. I don't really go to the skate shop often.
Is it far from you?
It's about 20 minutes.
Okay.
But I just like, I don't really need to go to a skate shop. You know,
Gotcha.
I have like all the stuff at home. But I do stop by and say hi every night. If like they're going to have some people pass through, I'll stop by, come to the demos, like show love. But yeah, I mean, skateboarding out there is the same as it was out here. I'm just not with my same usual crew as out here, but we skate, you know, I personally skate about 4 days a week nowadays, you know, because I need those little off days to work on everything all the madness that I have going to, and I just need the rest. I feel much better if I take a day off in between each day I skate.
Sure.
I don't think you should skate every day either.
No.
Yeah, I mean, as we get older, like
you're
they-
15,
Well, especially
you
with
can.
like responsibilities
bro,
and
there's
just,
so much that comes with
Yeah.
it.
dude. Yeah, it's just, and then you have like way more passion when you do step on your board because you took a day break and you kind of went through regular life,
Yep.
adulting, and then you're back on your board and you have that like therapy, like that clear mind to just go wherever you want, try whatever trick you want. Yeah, so it's been great.
Yeah.
You know, just same stuff as when I was 21 years old, you know, just skating hard, out filming. I got my crew out there.
Yeah.
Did you feel any? I'm sorry. Did you feel any like FOMO or anything like missing out what's going on in LA?
I mean, definitely like I miss skating with like my friends out here and stuff. So that sucks. But at the same time, you know how skating is. It's like I'm just basically, I feel like I'm on tour. You know, I'm just in a new area, skating new spots with new friends, and I keep in contact with all my friends out here, and it's just nice. It's just
You
different.
could be anywhere in the world nowadays.
Yeah, and then
and have a flourishing career. Speaking of flourishing career, though, we are getting older, right? We are. I mean, the Baker Has a Death Wish Part 2 just dropped. Well, it's dropping as we're filming this right now. It is dropping in a couple days.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it drawn. You went to the premiere, but. And it was mainly more focused around like the younger kids and newer kids and stuff like that on the Death Wish. But would you? I mean, you went on the FP tour recently. That was awesome. We'll talk about that too.
for sure.
FB.
But are you? What the fuck is that? Oh, putting on. I was like, what's on fire?
On the fireplace.
I know.
Warm up a little bit.
He's popping up some videos. But
Okay.
would you? I mean, are we filming a new video part? Are we working on something? Are you up for that type of stuff still? Are we still going full force?
I've never slowed down.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like all the training I do, it's so I can skate at the level I want to skate at, you know? I'm not in the gym 24/7. Like I'm in there for 45 minutes to like 90 minutes and I'm out, you know?
Funny that you say that though, because on social media
I was just gonna say.
That's the double-edged sword, yeah.
It gives a different impression of what
sure.
Neen Williams is doing out
Oh,
there.
for
All
sure.
I see of you, not all, but you know what I mean. A majority of it is cooking and gym.
Yeah. No.
So my perception,
It's like that's all he's doing.
he's
I could
That's
say
how he's
that
doing
would
all
be a
day.
misconception, but I mean, just seeing what you've been doing a lot again with the FP stuff, and now
Yeah.
being in the new video, it's like
I go, wait,
no,
he
you
is
working?
skating.
No,
He
you
is
working?
working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you could tell. I don't think you're one of those people that would take advantage of your situation. I think you are a very straight-headed guy and be like,
Well, that's what I always say too. Is like, I don't know if I'll be able to explain this well, but it's just kind of like, am I skating less than the person that doesn't post on Instagram, or does it look like I'm skating less because I post so many other things on Instagram?
that's the thing,
you know
though.
what I mean?
That's the misconception,
like
I think.
the
But-
misconception.
But
you
also,
know?
we are at a different age where you have things going on. You've got On It, you've got NADC, you've got all these things that all these stokes in the fire, so to speak. That, maybe you'll post like 3. It's just funny to me the perception you get on social media.
Oh,
that's,
for sure.
That's just a funny
All day.
part.
I always say don't trust what you see on
Right.
social media because
Right.
like I said, I skate 4 days a week. I only train 3 days a week. You know what I mean?
you're skating more than you're training. I love
skate
that.
way more than I train. I don't post only skateboarding because it's like most of the stuff when I go out and skate, I'm not like, oh, we got to get something for Instagram. I'm like, I'm trying to film for my video part. Like all my focus is on trying a trick. And then I don't want to put out like warm up tricks on the spot that I get something harder on, because then it kind of gives it away.
Totally.
Right.
So I'm very like strategic with that stuff, but I completely understand you, because it's like, well, all I see is like training stuff or like
Right.
food stuff. Like, what is he doing? But it's like,
I think it's better though, because when your video part drops, you're like,
that's what I
damn.
like.
that too.
That's what I like, because then it's like it's like kind of like a surprise. It's like, oh wait, he is out there still getting it, you know?
Neen, let's be honest, real quick.
Yeah.
Let's be honest though. Some people that are on Instagram a lot,
Mm-hmm.
when the video part drops, it's cool. It's a good video part, but I'm not thoroughly impressed because
You're
I've
numb.
seen everything at all.
Yeah,
I've
you're
seen
like-
every trick that this guy has
Yeah.
done. And the video part drops, and I'm like, that was sick, but
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't hit me over the head.
That's why I feel like no offense, but we may be a little bit of old school thinking, you know, because I feel the same way. When I see someone like every trick, like learn a new trick, and it's like this gnarly ass trick at a skate park, and then, you know, you see their part and there's
same
nothing,
shit.
or it's either the same shit or there's nothing as hard as that trick I saw on Instagram.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I'm like numb and I'm like, oh, like I'm almost let down.
Yeah.
Whereas like, if I don't see the person skate, like I'm way more stoked to see the part because I'm like surprised. I'm like, boom, oh shit, like this guy is working, you know?
I feel the same way.
I
Yeah.
feel that as well.
Yeah.
I think it definitely is kind of like a double-edged sword, social media, because, you know, some people will let it get, you know, they'll believe what they see, but
Right.
really not understanding why it is what it is, you know?
And to that point, there's levels to it also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Reynolds, he can post whatever the hell he wants because everybody just wants to see that dude skate,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's just like he could post all kinds of stuff and he can drop a video part and we'd be stoked on all of it. you
For
know,
sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But then there are the kids who are just like, yo, so let's just save, you know, maybe just cruise around and you don't have to post your hardest shit, but like impress me when your video part comes out. Get
Yeah.
a banging ass song.
Yeah.
Get a banging ass part, do some lines so we can
Mm-hmm.
see your style, you know?
Dylan Jabe did a good job with that. He got people.
It was all
psyched
skate
on-
park shit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
his street stuff's coming up
shit's
now.
gnarly, yeah.
And it's gnarly.
He's
They
so
go for
good.
Wallenberg.
He's one of my favorites. He's
Yeah.
so fucking good.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say back
please,
to
go.
like a lot of this stuff. Like I use my social media these days, like not to promote skating. It's like skating is like what I've done all my life. Everyone knows I'm skating. Everyone knows what I do, right? So like my social media is more based on like I'm trying to like mentor and help people with like the whole fitness side of things, the food, the nutrition, you know, the weightlifting. It's like I'm trying to like teach people different things that's going to help them in the long run, you know?
What's the ratio of skateboarders versus just everyday people that are hitting you up? Is it mostly skateboarders?
It's a
or
lot of skateboarders,
Yeah,
and
I
it's a
love
lot
that.
of people that used to skate, and it's a lot.
They wanna
You know
keep
what I
it-
mean?
They want to keep it moving.
Yeah,
like
and
I was
it's a lot of
saying,
people
yeah.
that are older that want to skate again, that may have put their board down and they want to get back into it. So it's like I have a combination of everything, and then there's also like young kids and parents that are stoked that like, you know, I promote fitness and positivity over like the usual stuff that I used to be.
They should.
into
I
back
was
in
going to
the
say they
day,
should have followed you
know?
back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. So I get a ton of like messages from like parents that are just like so amped that like their kid, like maybe their household is ran like a little bit more on the health side, and their kid likes me because I'm like their parents and stuff, you know. So it's
Right.
like
They
something
got-
to look up to.
Neen got him
Right.
to eat his vegetables.
Yeah, you know, like
That's dope.
yeah, and just like like by doing all the food stuff, people hit me up and they're like, "Dude, I didn't know cooking was like so easy." And you know, like you make it look so fun and easy. Like you just like throw a couple things together, and then you got this bomb ass sauce you dip your steak in.
Can I say something too? Because like that, what you do on online is inspiring, right? It's like I never was a cook. I never liked cooking. I thought it was a hassle. I'm hungry. I want to eat now, right? You have to prepare. You know, it's the preparation, all that stuff. I'm just gonna put this out there because I started doing Blue Apron.
Yeah.
And for me, that was kind of like a cooking for dummies course, right? They lay everything out. They give you all the ingredients. I bought a chef's knife after I started getting it because I'm like, I can't
Hell
cut
yes,
cut
yeah.
my little things with this little knife I have. I
You
need
need
to
something real.
I need to get the proper tools. And then I recently got the hex clads.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? The little pans.
I've
and
been
stuff.
seeing those. I want to get
Ooh,
those.
They're good. Let me tell you. I wish I was sponsored by them. But
You got
I
the hookup.
You gotta start posting, dude.
I know.
You gotta
I
start
know.
posting.
Listen, but I feel like I don't do it anymore. I used to. I canceled it because now I could just go to the store and get food. But for me, it was a really good learning experience because the directions are right there. Like I said, it was kind of a cooking for dummies.
Yeah.
and they would give you all the ingredients, and you just, put this in there. Okay, put that in the pan for 2 minutes. Everything's laid out for you.
Mm-hmm.
So I really think that taught me.
Got you fired up.
I wouldn't say taught me a lot, but taught me enough.
Yeah.
That I can really get by in cooking and putting some stuff together.
That's all you need is a foundation.
Right.
Once you got that foundation, then you can kind of build off of that.
Yeah.
Dude, you can just look on YouTube now and
Yeah.
just find anything you
Totally.
want. It's crazy.
But having it delivered and having everything sectioned out for you and like everything in portions really helps, rather than like, okay, I got to go to the store and I got to get, parsnips and where's the parsnip section at the store? I don't know what I got to get beans and I got to get,
The hard part?
really,
I'd love to see you go in there like, what a parsnip.
it's a parsnip section.
The hard part right now, because prices have just fucking
It's
skyrocketed.
It
That
is
sometimes,
crazy.
yeah, you're
get
like,
broke, bro.
should I cook this meal or should I just go buy this meal from somewhere?
Yeah.
Here's the
'Cause, like,
thing.
it's like,
Seriously.
This is
That's
one thing.
crazy weighing it out like
Yeah.
that. And I wanted to go back just based on what you were saying earlier about like posting, not skating and posting more stuff. I admire that, and I like the passion that skateboarders have, and that I think that some of them are scared to show.
yeah,
Like,
for
obviously,
sure.
everybody questions what they post on Instagram or whatever on social media, blah, blah, blah. But I think that people stepping outside of themselves and really showing their true passions beyond it, because look at what it's done for you. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
man,
Like, it opened up different doors.
It changed my life drastically.
Right?
Like once I stopped caring about what I thought people were gonna think about me doing my own thing, and I just did my own thing and posted it, and I was proud of it.
Yeah.
That's when like everything changed. Like crazy partnerships came in, and like it was just nuts. That was like the snap. It was just like, and like that's why like social media has also been like such a blessing for me and my family, because it really like it prolonged my career and then helped me expand into
Yes.
other passions that just kind of organically happened for me. And
And let's be honest, to skateboarders, this industry is so up and down. It
For
is
sure.
so up and down, and to have something, and it happens a lot when you get older. When you get older, you find new things and everything, but just to have other opportunities is huge for a skateboarder.
Yeah.
There's pro skateboarders out there that are just some of the best, and they've got another job.
Yeah.
They got 2 jobs.
For sure.
It's like the skateboarding. It's hard to make a buck
yeah,
sometimes.
Well, technically, what he's doing is another job too.
No, 100%.
Yeah, but, like, at least you love it,
But there's
though.
other
Like,
opportunities that let him from
Yeah.
him just posting on social media
Yeah.
opened
It
up the
opened-
doors.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
For sure.
natural.
That's
It
what's
was
amazing.
natural. That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. It was a natural thing that happened. It didn't seem like you were trying to accomplish this. It just like again organically happened.
yeah.
Bro,
No,
look
it's
at this.
exactly
This
what it
is when-
was.
look, you were teaching me how to cook.
Oh
back
yeah, there
then.
we go. Yep.
We did a
my
whole
old little
thing.
apartment right
Yeah.
there.
Damn,
That was a while. Both of us are
Oh, bro,
lean.
I love it.
You were on your way though.
I was. I wasn't. I
He was on
wasn't.
it.
That was fun though. That was fun.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, it's a good time, man. You
Yeah,
gotta take care of yourself. But yeah, I mean, to what you were saying, like the social media, it's good.
And like to kind of get your back. It's like everybody, you kind of have to have. I mean, if you want something to like, you kind of have to have plan B, plan C, plan D kind of set up, right? And worrying too much about what other people think can only hurt you in a way,
It
and
is.
at the end of the day, skate careers only go so long, and it's like, and even just skate pay only is so much. So it's like you need to, have other things kind of going for you.
I'm actually impressed with how your longevity, only for the fact that I can't believe you jump as much as you do and how old you are now. Because
Thanks,
hey,
man.
when I started hitting a point when like maybe early 30s where I was like, oh, dude, I can't jump anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have continuously, your heel flips down big stuff. Like,
Thanks,
very
man.
impressive, dude.
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah.
I think it's the extra muscle that helps because it kind of cushions the fall.
Yeah.
And then I also I enjoy jumping down stuff and skating ledges. I love ledges.
Yeah.
Jumping down stuff. That's like my two favorite things.
Let me ask you a question. This is such a little kid question, but do you have a favorite heel flip that you've done? Like a favorite heel flip that you're like, that was the one. I liked the way I did it. That it felt good. Everything about that was like my jam.
Maybe the spot too or something.
The spot,
Yeah.
everything. You know, you get the feelings, right? It's a hard question. It's kind of a little kid question. How many stairs can you ollie?
Yeah. No,
How
I
high can
mean,
you ollie?
there's definitely, I'm not really positive because like in video footage, like the 16 over Burbank, the Burbank 16 was like
yeah.
a good heel
Which one's
flip
that?
filmed, like the one over the blue rail with the
That's
Yeah.
gnarly.
What
with the
video?
The one
painting.
What video was that?
The
Jordan
first
Maxim,
Death Wish.
Backsmith pop over Jordan Maxim.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yes.
that
yeah,
one.
Yes.
That one was like good on footage, but I didn't really feel it necessarily.
Let's check it out.
Whereas like I've done other ones down like over like long gaps over rails where like you just feel the smack on your feet and
Yeah,
you're just like,
that's the
oh,
best.
that was the one, you
For
know?
sure.
Yeah, so like that one was like a blackout point, you know?
I mean, you caught that beautifully, bro.
That one was good like when I was younger, but like newer ones, like there's like a few longer ones that I've done over rails. I'm not really sure the spot, but like I just know the catch was just so much more to the feet, you know, almost. Yeah, I can't really pinpoint. I mean, there's
Bro, are you kidding me with
that's
that back
ridiculous.
foot
Yeah,
and
not
that,
that, bro.
that leg?
yeah.
So that one, so what you're saying is like that one didn't feel too good, but
But
the
I
filming.
like the footage of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like I
okay.
like the clip. It's like especially like the still camera on the bottom is one of my favorites. But
You're saying like you blacked out, like you don't remember it feeling like that, the way it looked almost, right?
yeah.
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 Isn't that so crazy
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you black out and then you just get the trick? You're like, I did it. Don't know how you did it, but it's just it happened.
And then you're like, I did it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that you have two angles too, or multiple angles
Yeah.
for that matter, because
Alex
you
Beagle.
can see the tweak
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there. You could see the shifty because
Yeah, that's
you heel
Alex.
flip shifted it right there. Like look at the heel flip shifty.
Yeah, I always, you did front shove and varial heel over that too, right?
Yeah. The varial heel was like such a grace of God.
Dude, I don't know how you did that one. It was slow.
It like
was-
dropped from my feet and everything. I don't even know what happened. That was like another blackout. Like I was trying it and I was getting nowhere. Like that. Whenever I try tricks, I'm nowhere near landing the trick. Like every attempt, I look like I'm just like
Farthest away.
it's like get down from there, bro.
Yeah,
and
you're like
then
this
like and then out of nowhere, it just kind of snaps in and it just works, you know. So like, cause like I know what I'm doing. It's just every so often, like I'm like really like little lumps in the ground and little cracks throw me off. So like if I feel a lump and I pop, I'm like, whoa, you know, like I go all haywire. But then like I lock in and then it works, you know.
What about any other heel flips? Like the one in downtown at the library, maybe? Like is
Oh, yeah, that
there-
one was sick. That one was right after that one.
Oh, you did
So
that
I did
first?
that one, and then we went to the library and we had this
No,
wig.
not on the same day.
Yeah.
Same
Damn.
day.
Yeah, so we did that one first. Like we warmed up at Garvanza Skate Park, and I did it over the rail like probably 8 times.
Is it
just
in the
to
same video,
kinda-
by the way? Or is it in a different video?
No, because the
You separated them.
It's in the shake jump video.
Yeah.
Okay.
The chicken bone, I think.
Chicken. Okay.
But yeah, that one was like.
Makes sense that you would take 2 heel flips and separate them.
Yeah.
But that
So
one
you-
was like sheer like theatrics. Like I wasn't really filming it. We weren't filming it. Like it was just funny. We had a wig in the van, so we would put this wig on and just go out and do tricks. Like
random
yeah, we were just fucking around, you know. And that's when I did that heel flip. It was like right after the 16.
What? The same day?
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm done.
That's
We're good.
Yeah,
That
that.
way.
Oh,
See, I got a wig on. It like flew back
wow.
onto my bun.
I didn't notice that, bro. Never noticed that.
Like if you rewind it when I'm on the top, I just have like this little wig.
Dude, I
Dude,
never
that's
Never knew that.
knowed- I thought that was your hair, dude.
No, that's a wig. Look.
I thought your hair was just stacked up on like that. Yeah.
No, we just
That's
had this
funny,
wig in the
dude.
van, and it was just fun to put on and mess with two tricks.
it blends right in, dude. Like it's like the same color and all.
Yeah, and then it just fell back to my bun. So
So you did the heel flip over the rail, then you guys went there, you threw the wig on, and this was just for fun.
yeah, we were
But
just messing around.
Look at the heel flip that you did,
Yeah.
bro. Like that thing, that is gnarly.
I think my special bar was up because I
That
did
was
the
a-
16. So like when we showed up there, I was on, you know.
This ain't nothing. Let's go.
Yeah.
I feel like this is
like-
one of your more memorable heel flips, though. I mean, just the way you did it and the way that you is.
It's so funny because it's just like a fluke. Like it's just pure
what it is.
fun. Like
Look
just
at
messing
this.
around.
Not that it was a joke, but it wasn't. But I never would ever think that.
Yeah.
I thought you were just like, damn, we did a proper ass heel flip.
Yeah, bro.
It's like that was
Now
sick.
the thing always was too is with me and Bigo, like we feed off each other, and Bigo's always like, dude, Neen, just heel flip it. Like he always just tells me to heel flip stuff. Like just heel flip it anyways. Like who cares? And I'm like, all right, let's heel flip it. You know, especially if I don't have a trick for something, he's just like, just heel flip it, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then it just you end up like getting really good at that trick
Totally,
because
dude.
you do it on everything. You know,
But that thing's not small.
It is not.
Nah, it's
it's
not.
so smooth though. Like
Yeah.
that thing is like dreamy when it comes to how smooth it is. Like the landing, the top, all of that.
So how did that one feel?
Oh, that one felt great. I mean, it was a joke, you know. So I was just like having a
Love
good
that. I
time.
love. This is why I love talking to people. I would have never known. First of all, I thought that was your real hair. Didn't even know that was a wig, and didn't even know that was just a goof around.
Yeah, just messing around with the wig.
That's amazing, dude.
Do you even? I love that the heel flip is like a Neen thing. You know what I mean?
you,
Because
man.
like it's your superpower, right? I don't know if we were talking to you about it or Reynolds or somebody. Somebody was making it. Maybe it was even Jamie Foy, but like it's your superpower.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, and you got to embrace it.
Yeah,
I love that.
That's something that Drew taught me back in the day. He was just like, he saw my heel flip and he was like, that's your trick. Like,
Right.
keep doing that trick. Do that trick on everything.
And that's why I was kind of asking, like, do you have a favorite one?
There are ones, but I just can't think of them. You know, so like the 16's like one of the biggest ones I've done.
Okay. The one we watched.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
the
brain for some reason is stuck on like the last one I tried, but I didn't land.
Which one's that?
damn.
Or do we? Are we?
Well, I'm still working on
Okay,
it. So
okay.
hopefully I get it soon, you know, but that's like where my mind is stuck right now for some reason.
Gotcha,
That I
okay.
can't like really I can't
Trying to think
really
of another good Neen heel
figure
flip.
it out. Yeah.
What was another? Good
I mean, you
one?
have covers of you just doing it over like a rock.
Yeah,
You
that,
know-
that was like the hardest heel flip I did.
Wait.
It sucked.
to do it
what was
up and over
Was it
something.
a Thrasher cover?
It was a Transworld cover.
Okay, let's try to pull
yeah.
that up. If we
I
can.
had to like ollie up. It's this weird thing. It's underneath one of the bridges in New York, but you ollie up a ledge off of like some really bad brick. You land and you have to go pretty fast because the rock is it's like as big as this table, kind of.
Okay.
So and there's like a gap before it, so it's almost like going over a mini table in a way. So you land on this ledge and then you heel flip over kind of a mini table, which is a rock. And it was just the worst because wherever your feet land,
When you ollie up.
that's like where your heel flip is.
Right.
And I'm very specific with foot placements, you know? So if my foot's too far forward, the heel flip just does some weird like inward heel flip thing, you
Right.
know? And if it's too far back, it's rocket, so it needs to be
Right.
perfectly placed.
Where do you
Happy
where do you
medium.
where do you perfectly place it? Like, where's your perfect placement on the board?
It's like in
By
the
the way,
middle.
here's the cover.
Yeah, that's it right
yeah,
there.
the heel flip.
It's like somewhere in the middle, and like my whole foot has to be on. I can't have toe hanging off.
Okay.
Like, if I do like heel flip back lips or front crooks, I have toe hanging off because it goes faster.
So let me get this straight. So you don't have it in necessarily ollie position. Maybe
Well, it's-
inched a
it's-
little bit forward.
It's like
Off the board a little bit.
A toe off.
Yeah, it's like the toe is perfectly lined up with the edge of my board.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And it's squared off as well.
The
like
toe
it's
of
not
your
tilted.
shoe, not like your toe. The toe of your shoe.
It's perfectly lined up.
Below
with
the
edge.
bolts?
Yeah, but like in the middle of the board.
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I kind of skate with my feet more closer together than like.
Well, that gives
wide
it more of a
stance.
flick to it, right?
Yeah, it gives me more time to slide up and like kind of kick off and.
So it's up and then out.
Yeah.
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 Because when you ollie, I take it. Because when I ollie, my foot is a little bit. My heel's a little bit more off my board. If you think, you know what I mean. It's not.
Yeah. Like
fully
you're more
on-
toe.
Yeah.
I'm more toe ollier.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you?
Yeah, ollie, I'm more toe.
Okay.
For sure.
So when you ollie, you're more toe,
Yeah.
but heel flip, your toes right on the edge there.
But when I ollie down stuff, I usually just rocket ollie it. Like I don't really ollie.
You just rock it.
Yeah, I just go fast and just kind of scrape the tail.
See if
and
I can
just-
scale down this thing.
yeah, you know, just like a little scrape
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just. That's
How
like,
did you see someone doing heel flips when you were younger that made you want to learn it? Like, how did you develop that style of doing it?
the style of doing it kind of came on its own. When I was younger, I was really stoked on Lindsey Robertson because he always went big drops, big heel flips.
Okay,
so I was
yeah.
always stoked on his heel flips. For me, the heel flip kind of came from just kind of doing kick flips a lot. I was really good at kick flips, and like I do them too to this day, but it just a lot of stuff has already been kick flipped, so it's like I have no time. There's like no space to do them. It's already been done. Like, why am I going to do it? You know? So basically, the heel flip came around because I like tweaked my ankle so many times, my front ankle, and it would hurt to do a kick flip, but it wouldn't hurt to do a heel flip. So I just kind of got good at doing heel flips because like I couldn't kick flip, but I still wanted to flip my board, so I'd do a heel flip.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and then just that old thing where like the kick flips are already been done, so might as well just heel flip it.
I'm a heel flipper, so I love your heel flips.
Thanks, brother.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I grew up to. I
both
never
of you
tried to
guys.
emulate it. I never tried to emulate it because I know that my leg don't do that.
Yeah. Mine don't do that either.
Yeah, and then that just kind of came naturally, just doing it a bunch. And I mean, growing up, I was like one of those little kids that loved like old school Japanese like kung fu movies and all that stuff, you know. So I mean, that could have just been like embedded into my brain. And I was just like, yo, like it's how you're supposed to catch it. Bah, you know, like I don't
you
even
would
know.
kick the shit out of somebody if you did it.
The kickflip, it's funny. It's like kickflip and heel flips are thought of similar, like basic tricks, but heel flip, for some reason, it's not common. And when you do a heel flip, it just stands out more. Like
Right.
it's just not as done. Like Jamie Foy has a crazy
He has a good
heel
one.
flip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
But
does.
there's only only people I can think of that have like that.
What's crazy is when I first saw Jamie Foy, he had that heel flip.
Oh no way!
Yeah, we did like there was like some Zoomies couch tour contest back in the day, and it was like, who's this little guy with like the big old heel flip? You know, it was Jamie.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
So your teammates.
He like he's
No,
always
he's
had
been
it.
hucking that thing recently for sure.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
a couple times. I think in the last like year and a half, I've seen some really like
good ones.
phenomenal ones.
Really good.
And good, really good front heels on transition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the one that
So good. I
the one
I
at the
can't
Baker
do that one.
The one at the Baker Boys comes to
Yes.
mind when he does
Yeah.
the front heel.
Huge one.
That
Oh
was
my
psycho.
god, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's gnarly.
But yeah, man, the heel flips, dude. That's, I love it. I love the, you know. Well, it's funny because like I asked you what the heel flip is. If somebody asked me my nose grind, I would immediately go to the courthouse, a long ledge. But I don't know if I have that. You know, that was just
I think that was probably the one.
But for me, like it wasn't the one that like felt the best or this or that. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is, right?
But what other one?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
So
It's
then
a-
that's the one.
That's what that's what I'm saying. It's a hard question to kind of answer.
Totally.
You know, but it's
Well, everyone kind of has their one trick that they're the most comfortable with.
for sure.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So, but I feel like nose grind was the one you were most comfortable with.
Yeah, but in terms of like, do I have a favorite?
A favorite one.
I don't know if I do because it's just I don't have that one that was like that was such a good one. I felt good.
Yeah,
Right.
for me after doing the 16, a lot of the ones that I did afterward were like either like longer gaps over flat rails and stuff. And then I continued to try to get larger ones than the 16 and always failed. So that's kind of like where I'm at with it. It's like I've done like longer ones, and like I think uncrossed Death Wish video, I did a long one over a wall and then some stairs. So like, but the ones that I really wanted, I didn't get yet. You know, like because they were just like, you try 10 times, you're dusted, and you're dusted for like a few weeks. It's like haunting you in your dreams, and then you go back, you try 10 more, you're dust. You know, it's like, and it's just like, it's just ongoing battles that I have. There's a few of them out there that I've been trying, and then some of the ones that kind of come to mind that I really like were ones that are kind of throwaway footage that no one's ever seen. You know, that are just like on other gaps and stuff that just kind of were really good, that I felt like they were like fucking great, but they never ended up in videos, you know, because they were smaller than the ones that I've done, you know.
You can be like, can I get those clips?
I have them. I just haven't released them, you know.
What
I just have to ask
whenever
like,
you
the
feel
homies.
comfortable?
We're gonna hang on to those.
We got arsenal, you know.
You said you were filming a new video part, but like, you know, it says it looks like maybe you're not skating because you're having all this stuff on social media. Are you, not that people are asking you for footage, but are you like sending like to Baker, like, hey, this is my clips I got, or like,
I do all that, you know, just so like everyone knows that I'm working. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because it's like, I know what social media can do, and it's just like what Chris was saying. It's like it could paint a picture of like, oh, this person's not doing this, or if they're not posting, you're like, oh, this person's not skating. I haven't seen this person, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I do like, it's like almost like I send little sponsor me tapes here and there just to be like, like check this out, you know? But it's like you kind of have to do it in this day and age when like, if you're posting a lot of other stuff to like make sure people know like, oh, he's still on game, you know?
Just make sure you're upkeeping your obligations.
Exactly.
Some of these companies are like in your contracts now, like you gotta throw Instagrams and do all these little things that are kind of like not the norm, you know what I mean? But now are becoming the norm.
And if you're not in the mix, like in LA with everyone, and they're not seeing you out every day, they're like, hey, what is you up to? And you're like, oh, never mind, Neen's fucking killing it.
So they like already know, you know? So yeah.
What about, do you have to like drop a bowling ball on some foot insoles all the time, or what?
They don't ask me to do that much, but I do. I've done it before. It's pretty fun. It's pretty shocking when you actually do it and you're like, oh wow, these actually do work. Like, you know, and I mean, obviously I skate them, so
Here's
but I
the
think
heel flip you were talking about.
yeah. So that one felt good. But it was like
heavy.
That one looked good.
it was like tough with that fucking
Over the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
But yeah, that one was fun.
Yeah, because you had to clear that whole
You gotta
set.
extend it. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that was a fun one. It's like a longer one over a wall, barely made the wall.
Look at that, though.
That is sketchy,
picture perfect,
dude.
though.
Look at that.
Run it.
Thanks, guys.
Ooh.
That rail that everyone skates is right there too, huh?
Yeah, there's like the big one, and there's like the Wade. I think did something gnarly on that one.
Heel up crook, I think.
Yeah.
Super dope.
Yeah.
There's a couple rails. There's like 3 right there. Like a
Yeah.
super big one, like a medium, and then the other one that's like kind of high and short.
Where's that? It's inland somewhere? Where's
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Not too many
Corona,
people.
maybe.
Oh, okay.
Has anybody else stepped to that?
Yeah, I think Carlos Ribeiro
Okay.
Are there
Switch flip or something?
switch flip or
No
something.
way.
I could totally see him
Yeah,
doing
switch
that.
flip, switch heel or something.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Are there ledges underneath there? Maybe there's a different spot I'm thinking of.
No, there isn't any
Okay,
ledges
okay,
down
okay.
there.
It's so funny though, because he could be
it
like,
looks
"Oh, hey,
that
Carlos
spot
switch
with the
heel."
basketball hoop. Yeah.
Carlos switch heeled that thing. You're like, for most people, switch heel would be easier than a regular heel flip.
Yeah, people that are good at switch heels are like good
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
switch heels.
Yeah, like I would I mean, not that I could, but I would go for a switch heel,
heel.
regular,
Yeah.
a regular
For
heel
sure.
flip.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that'd be like scary to go regular heel
Nah, I
flip.
would go for a heel flip.
Yeah, I was never good at switch heels. They're so sketchy to me. Like,
sure.
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, where'd you go?
It just feels more. It's funny that like they would feel way more natural. I'm a heel flipper, but I would feel way more comfortable doing a switch heel on something like that than I would regular heel. I just would feel more in control.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
I feel
going
like
that
it's easier
fast?
to bail because
Yeah.
you can get rid of it real easily.
Going that
Mhm.
fast and
Yeah.
just kicking my heel out, I feel like I feel more like weird trying to do that. I don't know. Yeah,
I feel
it's
like on
weird.
switch flips, you have to commit so much more because you're not like. If this makes any sense, on a switch heel, you can like flick out and then kind of be on the outside of it.
Yeah, and wait for it to come.
and kick out. But switch flip, you have to like stay over it.
Yeah.
like that's what's scary to me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's crazy.
heel flipper, man. I love it, bro. I love it. Got the best one in the game.
All heel flippers right
Best
here.
one at that's
All
right,
you
that's
guys,
right,
bro.
not me.
All
That's
of
why
us.
we're sitting at this table over here.
heel flip table.
You know, it's a heel flip table.
There was
Let's go.
there's been a couple days in my life where I just had good heel flips.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what it is today, but I got it, and then it goes away real fast.
They come and go.
Yeah.
Even mine, they come and go. Like
Really?
Some days they're not there, and other days they're there.
It's hard to believe, actually.
That's how I feel with kickflips. Same.
Yeah.
Oh, kickflips
Some
for
days
sure.
are there and some days are not.
Wait a
Heel
minute.
flips, I feel always more confident.
There was a heel. Didn't you just do it in the new FP edit that you guys went to Puerto Rico? Didn't you do a heel flip like over a wall or something? Was that in that one or no? Was that a different one? I thought you were.
FP. There was a good heel flip that
Yeah.
Kev Perez filmed down Portugal. It was an Instagram post.
Oh, it was the long set of stairs?
that's
yeah, like
right.
the
Okay.
white set.
Yeah.
It was like a 12 or
Instagram.
something. Yeah, Instagram.
It wasn't in a video.
No, it was
Maybe
just
Kev's video that he put out. No.
Oh yeah, and then there was a long one over the water gap. Those are all new ones from last
Okay.
year. Now you got me thinking.
Yeah.
There was a long one over the water gap in Portugal. I was stoked on that one
Okay.
for sure. But the one that Kev Perez filmed of me doing down the white set of stairs in front of the church, I think was the best one.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, like I think that one was like
We got to find it.
video wise, I was like really stoked.
And
on
that was more
one.
recent?
Yeah, that was just like a couple months
People
ago
have
when we
been
were in Portugal.
Oh, the news. Okay.
People
Yeah,
been
yeah.
skating. What did Dylan do down that?
Switch three flip.
Switch three.
Yeah, he did switch three flip. The other dude, Art,
Art Cordova.
so good.
Yeah, he's
like
sick.
Nollywood healed it.
what?
Yeah,
Where was it in the video? Do
Dude.
you remember? Was it kind of in the middle?
Well, it wasn't in the video.
Oh, it wasn't.
It was in the tour video, the geometric one, right?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Portugal.
but the heel flip was just on Instagram. Like we filmed it for Instagram. It was another like mess around heel
You're
flip.
filming shit for
Mess
Instagram
around,
like that?
dude.
Come on, Neen.
Well, every now and again, we got to get
got
some,
it like that.
some fun tricks. We
Go
got to
back
have
to
fun.
Neen's Instagram. Let's see.
How does
I think I know which one you're talking about.
I was tripping on how
It's kind of like way down.
No, I
in
think it's
Portugal.
right.
Well,
How
there's
did-
like ones where I used it for like some like kind of like a
Your-
promotional like fitness thing, to jump higher and stuff. I've
This
used
is it
that,
right here. No,
and then that one. Like I like that one. That Kev Perez.
I mean that was just
that
down
was-
a little set of stairs, but like
You
damn,
that was
took
12.
down. Yeah, that was a good. One.
Yeah, it's like a 12.
Yeah, but it doesn't look. No, you
Little
made it.
set.
You made it look like a 6 stair. Bro. Look at that. Oh my god.
Because it also landed in like a crazy downhill too. So it was like kind of landing in a pyramid.
Yep.
So it was like if you landed wrong, you just like shoot out, whip out.
For sure.
and it's marble too, right? The grounds you just slide out.
Yeah, it's like that good like
Look at that catch, bro.
like European kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like kind of a dusty marble.
Yeah.
It's like so good.
How did that trip go on? Like it was a skate shop trip, and like you got some all stars to go on that trip. How did that happen?
Yeah, George, the owner of Geometric, he's just like really good friends with a lot of different pros and companies and stuff. So like he just has bros everywhere, kind of like all of us, And then
Yeah.
he was just like, hey, like to all of his friends, he's like, I always wanted to do a trip with my friends, like let's all go on a trip, let's
Yeah.
do this. And he kind of just put it together and like hit us up and was like, yo, like, can you guys get out there? Like I got an Airbnb that sleeps 15 people. Like, and yeah, it was like, it was
Damn.
crazy. It was like the craziest blessing. And the crew was like the dopest crew because everyone wanted to skate. There was no bad vibes. There was no like divas or anything on the trip. And everyone just wanted to skate, have a good time, eat. And it was like so sick. And Dylan was hyped. He was like, damn, this is like, he was like, I've been on like the Am Scramble or like, he's like, I heard of like Hungry Ams, but there's a lot of hungry pros on this trip too, you know, because everyone was just like vibing, and everyone was like, let's go get clips, like fuck it, like let's go to this spot, and you know, I love that shit. Like I'm always like, if I'm on a trip, it's like I'm skating all day. Like I'll do a little workout in the morning. I'll do like whatever I see there. If there's like a log, I'll like fucking press it overhead, squat it, whatever.
Where's Neen? He's down. He grabbed a log and went down. To the beach.
I'll do like a little jailhouse setup and do like dips and pull-ups and stuff. Just like fun, because what happens is like I get my blood going, my endorphins going, and I'm happy for the day, you know. But yeah, it was the sickest crew. A lot of my friends, and we were all just having a great time.
Traveling. It's always nice to get out of your comfort zone and just explore.
Yeah.
It's so good. It
really
feels like a breath of fresh air.
Did you see spots that were in that zone already? Like they're like, hey, these are the spots in Portugal that we're going to look at, or did you just like blindly go and see what they had?
He sent a Instagram account, or it was like an Instagram account, or it was like some other thing that had all the spots on it. So we were able to look at stuff and kind of take screenshots of it. And then we had this dude, Pedro. I forget the company that he represents, but it's like one of the companies out there, and he every single day took us out whatever spot we wanted to go to, and then always had like the spot book up and like, you know, this spot's around here, this, you know,
good,
and then the locals met up to like a bunch of the rippers out there from Portugal and stuff, so that was
Rad.
dope, you know.
Very helpful.
Sick, dude.
Looks like, man, so many good spots out there.
Dude, so
many.
many.
My God. It
You
looks
just
like
have
a
to put up
playground.
with like the only thing that was hard was like, you see like on this light right here, all the little checkers.
Yeah.
Like some of the ground is that. I was calling it dragon scale, because you could land on it and just land straight into a crack and just get tossed.
So
or
it's worse than the square sidewalks in Barcelona. Like, do you know the Barcelona sidewalks are kind of they have
It's
the same pattern?
that
Cobblestone
stuff.
kind of almost.
Well, the stuff in Barcelona, or those like squares in Barcelona, have bigger cracks, you know? Whereas like this stuff, it was smaller cracks, but it was like so uneven that like...
You been to Brazil before?
No, I've never been there.
Like some of the sidewalk, it's like different pieces all close together. Is that kind of what you're saying? Where it's like... it's like they're one's higher than the other. Or
Yeah, it's all just kind of like there. It's like someone just took a bunch of
a bunch of
blocks
rocks
and
or
just
yeah.
you know, and then you just like hope for best, you know, like doing the trick is part of the trick, but like actually riding away is like the biggest part of the trick, because that ground is so like
It's funny, we don't see that though. We don't
No.
see that when we're watching these videos.
No.
We don't know.
only like all of us would know that
Yeah,
would
yeah,
like
yeah.
be there and like deal with that kind of stuff.
Like
you know?
this is look at this ground.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Oh,
That's the stuff right there.
There-
A lot of the stuff landed in that stuff.
and you're not bondoing anything like that.
No,
Come on,
it's
man.
impossible. Like you would be there all day. You'd have to do a magic carpet, like a whole platform, you know.
But like the takeoff would be super buttery, like
Yeah.
and then the landing would be
that.
Yeah.
So like you would have like the first part of the trick down, but the riding away part was like almost the
That was
hardest
proud.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was slick too. So if you didn't turn all the way, like you just shoot out and just elbows on the ground. But it's fun.
Make the most of it.
Yeah.
It looks fun, man. Portugal. I've never been there, but man, there's so many spots. You've been there.
Yeah, good city.
Was
So
that the
ledge
one
spots.
where you broke your ankle when you landed the kick
No,
heel
that
flip?
was in Paris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My bad. Sobriety.
Yeah.
Is it you just went through the anniversary, right? Like last month or something?
Yeah. I don't even know how many years I
Was it
have.
7?
You don't.
8?
I
You
think
just
I'm-
totally like how many? You stopped counting.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention anymore. Like it just there came a point probably after like 5 years that it's normal, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm on like 9. And
9
this
years?
is like coming on 10 this year. Yeah, it's chill.
Do you ever look back and be like, "Damn"? Like
Not necessarily. I think I had to kind of go through all of that. Obviously, like, you know, you got to enjoy your youth. Obviously, I took it a little further than enjoyment. But you have to kind of, I feel like I had to go through all that to be the person that I am today.
Sure.
So it's like, I
Yeah.
definitely appreciate all those times. And I appreciate getting all of that out of my system to like, now that I'm like, you know, I have like 8 6 fucking different jobs. Now I could actually focus on like all of my stuff. And, you know, I have a kid now, so I could, like, I'm not like, oh, I want to go out so bad. It's like, because once you have a kid, your time is no longer your time. Your time is their time, you know? So, like, it's kind of, things switch really quick. And, like, you get, like, this whole other sense of maturity and just sense of humans and all of that, you know? You kind of, like, you just kind of, like, understand people a little bit more. And
Sure.
you have to just boss up.
Yeah.
I mean, did you get sober like on your birthday, or was it?
Yeah, I got sober. Basically, I had like one last hurrah. And then
Like you knew going into it, you're like, hey, this is my last one.
Did you know it was, or yeah?
yeah, I knew it was
Okay.
because I was supposed to have ACL reconstruction surgery. So I was like, all right, like when I get this surgery, I'm going to take the 9 months off of drinking, partying, messing around,
heal.
so I could heal, you know, and not mess it up. I was 28, so I'm like, you know, this is my last chance. You know, I'm 28. I'm getting kind of older. I need to like really, like the plan was to get, like I worked so hard to get to where I was. So the plan was to like maximize my career. So I was like, you know, I'm going to chill out on drinking and partying and like really just get everything out of my career that I can, you know, because I'm getting older. At that time too, it's like I didn't get re-signed to Supra, so that was my bread and butter. So I was kind of freaking out because you know, I went from that and now I only have like a couple little checks left, and that's not enough to pay bills, not enough to pay rent and stuff. And I'm like accustomed to like living a certain lifestyle by making a certain amount of money each month, right? And now I'm just like, okay, like what am I gonna do? I'm freaking out. I can't skate for 9 months, and I'm making like a hell of a lot less money. So I'm like kind of having that like meltdown, right? So I'm like,
that's a real battle, real tough.
oh, it's rough. And, you know, at this point, I had nothing else going for me. I was just a skateboarder. So I was like, really just like, what am I going to do? And, you know, every idea ran through my mind. And, you know, luckily the sponsors I had still had my back. And I just went through the surgery. And I told myself, I'm taking that 9 months off. And I'm just going to do everything I can to be the best that I can be, so that when I come back, I'll be like the best version of myself.
Sure.
And my birthday, somehow, you know, I scheduled the surgery to be like the day or two after my birthday. So I was like, all right, my birthday, my one last hurrah. Give me it all. Yeah, and I remember I went super hard that day, but it was kind of like a whatever day. It was just like the normal thing. Like all those days of partying always ended up with a bunch of dudes in a room talking each other's faces off until 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's kind of like what it always ended up, where it always ended at. Like there was highs, there was lows, but it always ended up there. And, you know, same thing happened. And then went to bed. I was haggard for like 2 days, had to go into surgery, got the ACL, and started on my journey. Next chapter.
Do you think that was a blessing in disguise that you had to do the ACL to get, and you got sober doing it that way?
Oh, for sure.
Because
I could say for
just
sure.
doing it out of the blue, being healthy, skate wise, your body being healthy,
Yeah.
maybe you wouldn't have gone down that road, or maybe you would have, but later on, or you know what I mean? Like
No, it
maybe
was-
that was the defining moment.
It was definitely a defining moment because at that point, you know, I was not going to make enough to survive off of just skateboarding, right? And somehow, like by the grace of everything, because I stopped drinking and I started getting into like fitness through my physical therapy, and I started posting it because I stopped caring. I was like,
Yeah, you
like
done.
what? I'm not making shit. Like I'm just gonna post my workouts, like whatever, you know. And then I started getting these gnarly like partnerships, and I was like, wow.
But it,
like,
it was
you know?
but it was recovery workouts you were posting, no? Or this was after?
Well, during the recovery, I started, you know, eating healthier, like
Okay.
trying,
Right.
like kind of promoting, just like trying to be healthier, trying to be a better.
But that's when the
version of
Instagram journey
myself.
started, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that's
Like,
when like Instagram kind of like worked into my favor.
Okay.
You know,
you were like, I don't care. I'm going to post. I'm
Yeah.
recovering right
I got
now.
Nothing, I got
Let's
nothing else to
some
post.
shit.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this is all I have, so this is what's gonna be posted. You
Right.
know, and
Did you post food from Ab Organics?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so I remember that
Ab
early on,
Organics
too.
held me
They
down
were
for a
reaching
long
out.
time.
Yeah, they were reaching out to a lot. I mean, I did as well.
Yeah.
They definitely gave food to a lot of people.
Yeah,
For
They
sure.
wanted to.
Yeah.
They tried to charge me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Nah.
I swear. I tried to get some, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll hook you up." Damn. Why did you charge me? I was like,
should've
I
hit
got,
up
a
one of
whole
the boys.
I got a whole show. I can do some stuff for you
Yeah,
guys.
they're
before
super
or was it
nice. You
during
should
the show.
I don't know, man. This is no during the show.
Wow.
Yeah,
Crazy.
they were hooking up everybody. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get healthy, and they're like, yeah.
Well, I told them.
They
sent me stuff.
basically
I'm like,
said,
oh, let Chris
they
pay for
basically
that.
said, hey, we'll give you a discount code for our website, buddy. Here you go.
Oh man. Yeah,
But
you
it
should have hit up
looked
one of the
good. It
guys
looked
to
good,
like.
though.
Yeah.
Are they still around?
Hit 'em
They're
up.
still doing
Someone just hit me up there recently.
it? Really?
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like his like this one dude was doing it like kind of on his own,
He
you
was.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had his own crew, so it's like
Okay.
kind of grassroots style.
Oh,
you
so I'm
know?
not
So I'm
mad.
sure
Yeah,
it's
if that
still
was
there.
if that,
Small
if that,
business,
okay,
bro.
if that's
Yeah,
the case,
small business
that's all
style.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not tripping on that. I don't want to take money out of it.
Yeah, he was just crushing it and just had like a couple of like.
Remember
us pro
Beeble was
skater
Beeble
friends.
was getting it. That's
Yeah.
why
He was
yeah,
leaning
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
skateboarders. I mean, I love that. He was definitely, he's a skateboarder, so he
Yeah.
promoted to skateboarders.
But yeah, that's kind of like when everything
Okay.
changed for me, you know, and it kind of like that's when everything kind of took off. Was
love
like
that.
once that happened, and I stopped
it.
caring because I had nothing else to post, and I was like, you know, I was at like a fork in the road of like skating's not gonna, like I lost my biggest fucking check, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, and then I just started doing what felt right, and then out of nowhere things just started falling into place. And then because I was not drinking, not partying, you save a crazy amount of money. And I was making like really awesome checks from these partnerships that people might have like questioned in the beginning, but I was like, yo, you won't question if you got to see what this was, you know. And I would just pocket it. I'd put it into my savings, boom, 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 and I just kept loading it up, and that eventually turned into me having enough to get my house.
Yeah.
You know.
Love that.
Do you think that it's like interesting if you didn't lose those sponsors? Do you think you would have had that fire to like not drink anymore?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. It's
No,
a
yeah,
culmination of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
surgery and all this stuff at one time.
It just kind of just all happened, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
It was
Because if,
just
if
like-
everything
full
was hunky dory
circle. Yeah.
and you didn't have to get surgery,
No,
you
I'm
would
talking
have still
about
been partying.
surgery. I'm talking about if you had to get surgery, but you still were comfortable. Some people like,
Yeah.
you feel comfortable. You're like, oh, it's all good. I'll be better, and I can just do whatever I want to do.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah, I think it's because it all happened at once. It was
Yeah.
like doomsday. It was like hitting rock bottom and then being like,
weren't
yeah. And then it's like, oh, and guess what? You're not going to make enough money for rent neither. Boom. And then it was just
Yeah.
like, all right.
Did you ever go to like meetings and stuff?
No. I
Really?
just like,
That's awesome that
I
you-
just,
like,
it's cold turkey.
Yeah. Did
You
you
know.
ever have a temptation of going back to like maybe drinking at one point?
Probably in the beginning.
Yeah.
The thing that really helped me was my wife. Well, she was my girlfriend at the time. She took off with me. So she actually, like, me and her were living together, and she stopped drinking and partying the same time I stopped, and she did it with me.
Perfect.
And like
You had a
all the
buddy.
way, yeah.
it makes
Yeah.
it easier.
And
for
she
sure.
basically stayed off the sauce for like 3 years, and then kind of picked it up like having a drink or two with friends here and there, like a drink actually,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
two.
Right,
So
right.
she drinks like an adult, which I never knew how to do.
social drink.
I love that. She drinks like an adult.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I never knew how to do. And I think, you know, looking back on it, if I heard someone talking about drinking like an adult, I wish I would have just listened to them, because like you can drink and do whatever you want to do as long as you have control over it and you do it in moderation.
Yeah, but you didn't have any of that.
I didn't have that. No control. It was like gung ho. It was like, why skate a 6-stair when I could skate a 16? You know, it was just kind of
Well, I
like,
have one beer when I can have 16 beers.
yeah, exactly. That was kind of like the mind state back
Sure,
then for me,
sure.
you know?
Man.
So you just, at least you harness that into what you're doing now. You know what I mean? And like that, whatever that was, is now doing something positive for you and your body.
Yeah.
right?
That day, that one last hurrah, that mindset, that mindset of like changing your life. I mean, not only did it lead you to where you are now, I mean, with just being able to skate still and jump down shit, but also with your workout stuff, but also NADC, the burger place, the spices, like everything was from that moment.
Yeah. No, it all happened from that moment. And
That really took on a life of its own, bro. Real talk. Like when you first started doing that, I was like, I think he's got some here. And then
The
like
NADC?
sure enough,
The spices?
yeah, the
Yeah.
NAS. It sure enough turned
Thank
into
you.
something, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, that was like another idea from the wife, you know. They always
better
say
half,
is like
the better half,
Yeah, what
bruh.
is there behind
Well, she
every
was
great
doing
man
the-
is like an even greater woman or something,
Yeah,
right? Like
definitely.
it's true.
Sure.
You know,
I can
she's
vouch for that shit.
Also, she was doing the cookie stuff.
yeah, she still is.
She's still doing Mrs. Sparks, but Mrs.
Little Sparks.
Little Sparks.
Yeah, Little Sparks Jazz.
Those are
Now
good.
it's Mrs. Sparks, right?
Mrs. Sparks Jazz. Yeah.
So she's still doing that, but that was so she was in the food kind of game for a little bit, doing her cookie business.
Yeah, and she's still doing it.
Awesome.
From Texas, because the thing is like when we had the shutdown and all the chaos a couple years ago, she had to like FedEx everyone their cookies because everyone was scared of each other, right? So, with all due respect,
Sure.
no
All
one
day.
knew anything, right?
day.
So
I'm still scared of a lot of people.
so basically, she had to FedEx. So like when we moved, same thing. You're just FedExing boxes to people's houses. Same thing. So she kept doing what she's doing. I kept skating, and yeah, like
How's her
nothing changed. It was just like our, you know.
What's her outlet? Does she have like an online like business, or how's that like?
So she works primarily with party planners and the studios like Hulu and Netflix
Catering
and stuff like
type.
that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
More like
That's huge,
bigger,
bro.
bigger things.
That's
You know,
huge.
she doesn't really like to take on smaller things because the smaller things, it's like from what I've experienced, and I'm sure she'll say something different. It's just kind of like too specific. Like I want 12 cookies. Each cookie is different. They all are different colors or all this. And it's like,
Tedious.
yeah, the amount of work you have to put into like an order like that doesn't like, the money doesn't compensate for that amount of work because she's doing it all by hand, you know?
Totally.
So she's just like, she bossed up and she's like, I'm only doing
Good for her.
my
bro.
bigger jobs and like, that's that. And I'm like, that's cool. And
The juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
yeah. And now like, you know, owning my restaurants, I could also help her out with like other jobs within the
Yeah.
restaurants. So it's been cool, you know?
So
rad.
you built this like for people that don't know. I mean, you did this spice company.
Yeah.
in ADC.
Started with the spice company.
Not a damn chance. You did. Here we have it right here. This is all the stuff. You
yeah, yeah.
You
And we
got
have a couple
spicy
other
chicken,
spices.
OG steak, mango habanero. That's not for me, man. I'm telling you.
No, that was good.
Habanero. Are you serious? Yeah.
It's not that hot. It's
Okay.
like the perfect heat.
Is it?
Yeah, and it has like a little sweetness from the mango. We have like 7 spices right now. I've been doing like seasonal spices, just like random drops.
Love
you know,
that. That's
yeah,
dope.
just like because I wanted to
Incorporate
do
what you know from different like areas.
Yeah.
to spice some shit up.
different things, and you know, I like cooking a bunch of different foods, so it's just like I basically make them and like. I basically make them for myself, and I just share them with everybody else.
Well,
you
listen,
know
we
what I mean?
got to
Like-
get on your seating list, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
I think it would be a
that
perfect
looks
gift for the
banging.
wife.
But you then
man.
parlayed this spice into an actual like burger joint that you guys got over in Fort Worth, or is it in Dallas, or where is this? Where is it at?
We have so the first one was opened up in Austin, Texas.
Okay,
There's awesome.
there's Austin,
The
which everybody thinks you live in Austin.
yeah, I live in Fort Worth. But so basically the way it came was I have my spice line. I was going to Austin to do some kind of training event for like On It or Ladder, the company I coach for. And I always do this. Like I'll put a little message in my stories and be like, yo, where should I eat? Like I'm going to be over here. Cause it was like one of the first times I was going to Austin. And there was a couple messages, and one message was from this guy, Philip Franklin Lee. And he was like, yo, just come eat at my restaurant. And I was like, all right, like, what is it? You know, he's like, sushi. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm down, you know? And he gave me a time. and gave me the address. And like he gave me 2 seats, so I was like trying to get friends to come with me, but all of them were busy. Like, oh, I'm going out with the wife, I'm doing this. I was like, all right, well, whatever. Like, I'm going by myself. I showed up, and it was this. I go into this restaurant, and like the host walks me into the back and like opens up a secret door on the wall, and it's like this little speakeasy,
That's so
like
sick.
10-seater omakase style, like.
Take your shoes off, kneel down, or
Well,
whatever.
well, they have like actual seats, so you don't have to do that.
okay.
But it's only a 10-seater with like 3 chefs in front of you, and it's a 17-course tasting menu, chef menu, and it's just like this like high scale like buttery sushi restaurant. And I'm just like. I thought I was gonna go get like some California rolls or something, you know, like I didn't even know I was gonna go to this like.
You went to a Michelin star. Like,
Yeah. I didn't know I was going to this crazy restaurant, right? So I sit down, and he happens to be the chef right in front of me. He like sat me right in front of him, and
the owner is a chef.
yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah,
I love
so
that.
me and him get to talking, and like I'm eating the best sushi of my life. Like they're just insane.
By the way, he's just a fan of your skateboarding, or
yeah. So it comes to find out he grew up in the valley. And he grew up skateboarding with all of his brothers.
Okay.
And they all know how to skate. Like he could kickflip, heel flip, like board slide, all that. Like he could skate. And then he happens to be a professional chef. I happen to be a professional skateboarder, but I love cooking. So like we kind of bonded that way, where it's like I love doing what you do professionally, and then he loves doing what I do professionally, you know. And you know, we started like showing each other photos of like all of our cooking apparatuses and stuff. He's like, oh, I have one of those too, you know, and like our steaks, and start talking about our favorite foods. And I'm like, yeah, I love Smashburgers. He's like, I love Smashburgers. Like, check out this spot. And we just kind of like became really good friends after that night, and obviously had the best sushi of my life. And then after that, since, you know, he was like, oh, and the dinner's on me, like you're good. And it's an expensive spot. It's a Michelin star spot, you know? So I was like, you know, I brought my spices with me anyways to gift him, because he like told me to come to his restaurant. So I gave him my spice rubs, and he like, not thinking that like a Michelin star chef would like my spices, like, because these are just normal skater spices to make things easier, you know? And he took them home, and, you know, kind of started doing like a little diet of his own. And he started using the spices like every day. And he's like, these are fucking good, man. Like, he's like, we should do something together one day. And
love that, man.
yeah, I was like, dude, I'm super down. And we were like, I was like, I like Smashburgers. Like, I always wanted to do a Smashburger spot, you know? And he was like, I like Smashburgers too. Like, let's do it. So we would just meet up and put our money together and just buy a bunch of ingredients, prep it all, like for like 50 burgers, 50 double burgers. And we would just pull the griddle out and just make them on the street and give them away to people. Like, just give them away for free.
Did you have a name, or
No
were
name.
you promoting anything, or you're just donating food to people?
R&D.
Yeah, we're just donating food, because what we did, I skipped a part, but basically rewind. We talked about the Smashburger. Then we started meeting up and like just kind of like figuring out what this Smashburger needed. Like, we have his fine dining experience, and then you have my street experience and my home cook experience. So we're putting our minds together, putting this burger together, buying different ingredients, and like figuring out like the ratios of everything, you know, and then we figure it out, you know, with my spice rubs. And we're like, this is the burger, right? And we're like, make another one. And we ate like 6 burgers or something that day.
That was the one.
Yeah, and then we're like, okay, cool. And then from there, we would put the money together and then just pop up and just like give them away. Like, we did, one of the first pop-ups was at a Kill Tony show.
Okay.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, Tony Hinchcliffe. So he's like a good friend of my partner. And they let us like cater one of the Kill Tony shows where they have like a bunch of comedians go up on stage for 1 minute. So we fed all of them.
Rad.
Sick.
And then we did like I think we did Mackie's birthday party out here at the barracks.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay.
we did like a couple random ones after that. And then a friend approached us and he was like, I have this bar on Rainy Street with a kitchen, and it's kind of just chilling there. Do you guys want to do your burger in my kitchen and like take over? And we're like, yeah, let's do it. Because the whole time we were just giving them out for free.
Wow.
And then, because like
it's not a good business plan.
yeah, it's
good in the beginning.
Yeah, but what is the business plan at that point? What is the point of doing that?
Our intentions were just to like, it was a hobby, right? Because
Okay.
it was like, I have a full blown career, and I also coach as well. And then he has a full blown career, and we were just like, this is our off time. Let's just make burgers and chill out, like
That's
we'll go
cool.
watch the comedy show and we'll make burgers at the end.
But that's marketing 101. Like you're basically giving away T-shirts. Like
Yeah.
it's just the same thing.
Well, that's why I was
Exactly.
asking if you had a name yet, and they were actually out promoting, but you weren't. You were just
we had
doing-
no name, nothing.
Okay, okay.
And then we basically made the name when we did the pop-up at the barracks
Okay.
for Mackie's birthday party. We were like, what should we call it? Like, we got to make an Instagram. What should we call it? And he was like, what about, we were like, maybe like Burger Bros or something, like just messing around, throwing
Sure,
names.
sure.
And then he was like, what about NADC Burger? And I was like, let's fucking do it.
Yeah,
You already have
yeah.
a brand.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Right,
Easy, and like with the font, everything. So we named it NADC Burger right there. And, then we opened up the first spot on Rainy Street in Austin. And then like that one did really well. Opening day crushed and like continued to crush. And then he was in Chicago one day and he was like looking for a spot to open up his sushi spot in Chicago. And like some plans fell through on the first spot he was going to get. And then he found another spot like on the last day. And this spot had like the sick like Chicago basement where they used to like run booze through like the tunnels and stuff. It was like a mafia basement.
Underground Railroad type
Yeah,
situation.
dude, it looked so sick. So it was that, but then there was a bar upstairs, and in order to get this spot, he had to get both spots, right? So he hit up me, and he was like, "Yo, this would be great for an NADC burger upstairs. There's already a bar there. We could put an NADC burger there." And then he was like, let's bring in our other partner to run the bar that runs the bar in our other spot. So then we were like, all right, let's all get back together and do this. So then we opened one up in Chicago too. Sick. And that one's sick because it's like a bar and then a burger spot in the back, our burger spot in the back. And then through a little like panel on the wall, you open it up and you go down to that little secret sushi downstairs.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah. So
he's
it's,
got
You replicated it.
yeah, we
Right,
replicated it. So it's like, it's really dope. You got the trifecta. So now you could go get the Michelin star sushi downstairs and you come upstairs and get a Wagyu burger for
That's
fucking
so
dessert.
dope, bro.
So that one's been dope.
Get it.
So you got a spot in Chicago. You got a spot in Dallas.
In Austin.
Oh, excuse me, Austin.
Yeah. And then we opened up another one in Austin like a month ago.
Damn.
Yeah. So
Where you're just leaving LA out of this equation.
We need
man.
someone on the
Come
west side,
Well,
dude.
I know.
there's talk.
Okay.
We're trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I'll be a customer.
Yeah. It'll be sick.
Let me ask you a question.
I'll invest.
Yeah,
There you
let's go.
Hey, yeah.
Let's go.
Well,
Yeah,
I got
we're
5 on it. Let me ask you a question though. What is up with this Smashburger thing? Is it a fad? What is this? Because it's a relatively new thing.
I
But
think
we always been told growing up, don't smash the burger. You're going to let all
Lose
the
all the
juices
juices,
out.
yeah.
You're going to do all this thing, and now all of a sudden it's a thing.
Yeah,
People
so
are smashing their burgers.
I first kind of like got into Smashburgers out here in LA.
Sure.
Like just a bunch of the spots. Burgers Never Say Die. My friend owns Trophies.
Heard a lot about that one.
Yeah, that one's great. So like that's kind of like where I got into them, and I really liked them. Because they're like kind of crispy. They're fast. They're easy.
They are
They're
I'm
good.
telling you.
So I mean, I always did like the big old chunky burger, and that's kind of what like Texas is known for like Whataburger and like the fast food kind of chains, you know. But then they're also known for like those big like kind of steakhouse burgers as well. And I'm not really too much of a fan of those. It's just a big mouth
Sometimes
of
they're
meat.
hard to eat,
Yeah,
too.
they're kind of dry if they don't cook them right. You
Yeah,
know?
it depends on where you get those for sure.
So like we just wanted to kind of bring kind of like that, you know, just the Smashburger down to Texas, you know, just bring something new and exciting. I mean, I enjoy it.
I just don't know where this thing came from. Like,
Well, I
why
think
all of a
it's-
sudden is it just this big hit?
Well, I think it originally, I mean, Nuge could tell you because he
Sure,
has
he's got
Burger
it, yeah.
Burger She Wrote.
Yeah.
So I think it originated from Oklahoma, right?
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like the Oklahoma, the onion burger, right?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like
How's
the...
an onion burger?
Well, it's just basically like they smash it over a bunch of onions.
Oh.
So the onions kind of steam. So kind of like a White Castle in a way, you know? But White
Never
Castle is
was
like
a fan.
fast food.
Never was a fan of White Castle.
Well, that one's like soggy.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like that,
But
that one's like...
people love it though. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I think it originated from there and then like, you know, kind of came out here. They're all over the place, you know? But the difference from my restaurant and like all these... I eat burgers all day. If you watch my stories, I'm eating at a new burger spot every day. But the difference is our ratios and our attention to detail. We make one burger one way, and that's it. If you want to make modifications, not a damn chance. we let you make modifications, but we just say that. You know?
There's no menu.
There is a menu, but it's just one burger, and it says build your own, and it says not a damn chance. You know? but it's like it's a joke, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, like we're not gonna do that to you. Like we appreciate everyone for coming by, right? Yeah, so that's our burger right there. It's like a sloppy mess, extra juicy. We call it. It's like a ooey gooey, like sloppy. Like there's sauce in every bite. There's pickles in every bite. Like the burger patties are well seasoned.
Does the bread get soaked where it's not?
No,
bread?
so like we have our cooks make sure to like toast the shit out of it, so it's
shit,
nice.
good
So
shit.
you have that consistency of like crunch
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
mushy,
Yes.
you know. So yeah, there's a lot to it, and that a lot of that comes from like me and my partner like really going over the build of the burger. Like we're so specific. Like we like. I'm sure like our cooks hate us because we're just like over and over like, yo, this bun has to be like crispy, like it has to be like a piece of toast, like, you know, like
Dude.
you
So when
gotta
you're opening-
season that whole patty, like you gotta make sure, because it's like if you wait in a long line like that, like and then you have to wait another, you know, 10-15 minutes for your burger, it's like you better get the fucking best burger of your life, you know, and that's what me and my partner are about.
Okay.
You know?
Texas is coming with some burgers right now. Shout out to Bun B and Trill Burger.
Oh yeah, he makes a great one.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about it. I haven't had one yet. But
Houston.
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah.
Texas is doing some burgers right
Man,
now.
I'm so hungry. My mouth
looks
is
so
my
good.
mouth is watering.
When you open up a spot now, do you do you go there for like, beforehand and like you and your partner and then train basically your chefs to
Yeah.
cook? And how long does that take usually?
We're usually there for like a week or two.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to make sure that we get reps in before we leave. We want to make sure, like we'll train and train and train and train, and then we slowly start stepping back and watching, and then we're just there watching, you know.
Yeah.
And we'll pop in, until it is like everyone has everything down and we're happy.
So you would
And
say
even
like
then, like we still have to come back and
Yeah.
make sure, like, because like, you know, with social media now, it's like,
One false move.
yeah, when people tag us, we could see how that burger looks.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
And just with Yelp, and if somebody has a bad
that too.
experience,
Yeah, and it's like we want
it's out there.
We want to make sure everyone has a good experience, but like, you know, some people obviously are gonna like. Not everyone's gonna like our burger. I think it's
Right.
the best burger. My wife loves it and thinks it's the best burger. A lot of people think it's the best burger, but like It depends on what kind of burger guy you are. Maybe
Yeah.
you like a dry, thick burger. Maybe you like
What kind of
like
guy? What kind of guy? I don't want to be friends with that guy.
maybe you like something that's not seasoned. You know, like that's.
I don't want to be
just-
friends with that guy either.
And then like also maybe you don't like special sauce and you want ketchup and mustard. It's just kind of like people have different things, and
Sure.
I understand that. You know, you got to have an open mind state towards all that stuff.
Didn't Joe Rogan like shout you guys out?
Yeah, man.
And like that must have been huge. This man has like 100 million like listeners per episode.
Dude,
It's
It's
crazy.
ill stamp.
It's crazy.
So gnarly. So my partner Philip is good friends with Joe.
Okay.
So they hang out all the time, and
Wasn't he in the restaurant with that first one?
yeah,
he was,
that-
when
and
you
that was
guys
my
were
partner
cooking
with him.
burgers.
Yeah. He came in late, like because all the like the mothership and all that they're right by the restaurants. So
The Mothership is his comedy club that he opened.
Yeah.
Right.
So like after the mothership late night, sometimes they go over to the restaurant and it's like closed and they like open it up and everyone has burgers. My partner makes them burgers and stuff. So yeah, Joe Rogan posted a video. It was like a live video of him at the restaurant, and like him and my partner were making burgers and he was like crushing them. I guess he eats like 2 or 3 doubles every time.
Ooh.
Like beast mode, you know. But
That's tight.
he loves our burger, and yeah, he like blesses us all the time and like shouts it out like all the time.
When that happens, because let's be honest, like his platform is gnarly.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty much in the range of like 100 million listeners per episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy. When he mentions something, do you physically see results from that?
Oh yeah, I have like a really I have a really crazy story, and then we'll like swing right back
Go
to
ahead.
that.
Let's
So
hear it.
basically, one day I was going to the skate park, and my friend was like, "I hope you're ready." A text pops in, "I hope you're ready." I'm like, "For what?" You know? And he's
Okay.
like, "Just wait." And like I go, I'm skating. I'm like, don't think anything of it, right? And then my phone, like as I'm skating, I go check my phone here and there. And it's like, oh, 10 spice orders. Like, I'm like, oh, that's kind of a lot randomly.
Got a nice little bump.
That's the first 10 minutes of him posting.
Yeah, like no, it was like crazy. I didn't know anything. So then I like went back and I skated, and then like I came back and I'm like 80 orders. I'm like, oh, what is going on? And I'm like, holy shit, like what's going on? And I like kind of check my Instagram, and like people are like sending me DMs, like just like, yo, like Joe Rogan just shouted out your spice company. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, holy shit. And like I usually just have the amount of spices at my house that I know I can sell. I'm like not one of those people that are like, I'm gonna order all these spices because I'm gonna sell all these. Like I'm like, no, I don't like having overhang. It's like
You're conservative with it. I just-
yeah, like this is the amount that I could sell. I'm gonna sell those, and I'll order more when it gets low. You know, I'm very conservative with my choices. And
You're a small business.
yeah, and I'm heading home, and it's just like boom, orders are just flying in, and there's like
It's so rad.
there was like close to 1,000 spice orders when I got home. It was
Okay.
jacked, and it was
my
like
This is just him just saying like, oh, hey, NADC Spice Company. Like it wasn't a commercial. It was
No.
just him mentioning probably really quickly.
really quick. They put it on the screen really quick. Because what ended up happening was my partner was on the show, and he asked him like, what do you season your steaks with? And he was like, oh, my friend's company, NADC. I think it's called like OG Steak. So he said that, and like young Jamie like put it on the computer,
Right.
and like it popped up on the screen, you know, and he's like, oh, mango habanero, and like, you know, like kind of looking at him and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
saying
yeah,
it.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
it was just like, bing, 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 bing. Like I just started
So,
getting hit.
Like that.
Just
Yeah.
off of that, you got 1,000 orders.
Something like that. Like over that day, I got so many orders that day, and then they just kept continuing for like weeks.
For the people that are seeing the show later on.
The aftershock kept going.
What did you do because you didn't
Oh,
have
it's
you
jacked.
couldn't fulfill these orders?
Well, luckily, I work with like a really cool spice manufacturer.
Okay.
And like when I hit him up, and I was like, dude, like you wouldn't believe this. Like this just happened. Yeah, that's
kinda small,
That's
but-
like the clip. So I was like, you wouldn't believe this. This just happened. Like I have all these orders, and I have to get these people their spices. So he on the quicks like got them processed and sent them to me, and they were there like in about a week. Okay. So like I was able to kind of get all the first people close to all the first orders done, but like I just had to send emails just saying, you know, like
there was an influx.
We're gonna be
did not expect
be late.
it, you know? Right, so
you eventually fulfilled everything.
I fulfilled everything, yeah, of course.
I love that. Listen, I don't care say what you want about Joe Rogan, but like the fact that he has that kind of power, but he is also blessing like a small business
for sure. Dude.
Is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's the man,
it's
bro.
fucking
It's
awesome.
pretty
Yeah,
remarkable, dude. That's amazing.
I think people that are against him are just people that don't really listen to his show.
100%.
Like he's a very
for sure.
open individual, and from my opinion, from listening to the show,
I wholeheartedly agree, bro.
you know.
It's amazing though, dude.
Dude, he made that whole city kind of pop off again. I feel like, right?
Yeah.
With the
And for all the
movie.
comedians in that area.
Yeah,
Well,
lot
he
of
created
people-
a whole ecosystem there.
Yeah, he
too.
brought a bunch
Yeah.
of the comedians down there and like made a hub.
When he
and like
first-
helped a bunch of comedians.
LA is the place, right?
Yeah.
It is let's be honest, this is where it happens, right? When I first heard he was moving out there, and I'm sure a lot of people were like, oh, dude, his podcast is done. Like, how is he going to get guests coming in and everything? But like, I mean, imagine if we moved to Austin.
No, I get it. I think,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
people would be like, whoa, nightclub's done. Like, how are they
Yeah,
going to
but
get guests?
I think someone like Joe Rogan, they're going to come to him.
Yeah.
So the power of that he
100%.
carries,
For sure.
whether or not,
100%.
like, I mean, he can move anywhere, and he's going to have a great show.
For sure.
Right,
you know.
right.
Well, same with you guys. You just have people come to you.
Well,
Simple.
listen,
But,
you get that Spotify money there.
yeah.
That makes it a little easier.
Or you guys get like some kind of sponsorship with like Delta or something, and just like fly people in.
Oh, bro.
You know what I mean?
That'd be the best.
We need
Delta,
that.
if you're
Or-
listening, anybody down there?
or American Airlines.
Whatever.
Yeah,
You put them up at my
Shit,
house.
we'll
They
even
can
go
sleep in the
Spirit.
sauna.
Right?
Spirit
Yeah,
Airlines.
Spirit Airlines. Come on, man. We'll do anything.
Spirit the worst.
So
It's okay.
basically, the same thing happened when he mentions the burger,
The restaurant.
on the show.
Wow.
So that's like kind of like what happened. So like
trickle
There'd be a
effect.
line.
since like the one on 6th, the new one would be super busy. A lot of people would go to the one on Rainy, and then that one's packed too. And then right now Chicago's super cold, but there's still like a lot of people going to the Chicago one too, you know, because it's the winter.
And you get
6th Street, that's like the main street in Austin, right?
Yeah,
Or
there's
one
like
of?
different parts of 6. We're on like East 6,
Okay.
which is like on the other side of the 35 highway.
Okay.
And then West 6 is like where the Comedy Mothership and stuff is too.
Okay.
But both areas of 6 are like super popping.
Right.
They're just like different zones.
Have you met him? Have you
Yeah,
met Joe?
I met Joe once,
okay.
yeah. Just like
We were
really...
like, NADC, that's me, baby.
no, just really quick, you know, I like told him thank you for always
Okay.
shouting it out, and
Oh, nice.
like super, like, you know, fan of the show.
Sick.
you
Oh, so
know,
he knew. He was
appreciate
like,
it.
oh, yeah, NADC.
Yeah, my partner brought me up to like the green room, and I like met him and stuff. It was super cool. Yeah.
Right.
That's so
Super nice
crazy
guy, you know.
how that all spawned from like you just meeting this dude
That's sushi.
Yeah.
like at a
No,
sushi
he
spot.
threw out a story.
yeah, threw out a story.
Threw out an Instagram story.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
should I eat?
Yeah,
now you
man.
got
That too.
restaurants. You're on Joe Rogan. I mean, it's crazy.
Social media, man,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It
I'm gonna start
really
doing
is.
Fucking
that.
crazy,
I'm gonna start
dude.
doing that around here.
Yeah.
Where should I get a bite to eat? Everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
When you put yourself out there and you have that platform, like, bro, things can happen. You know what I mean?
man.
Like,
Yeah.
that's truly amazing, bro.
Thank you, man. Yeah, that's the one thing that I always like. That's one thing that I always do. It's like I'm just a normal human being. You know what I mean? So it's like there's no like. Why not put a message out and say where should I eat? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like I want to eat something good.
Especially if you're visiting
What are
somewhere.
the spots?
Yeah.
Like let me know. You know, and it's just like
100%.
I don't know. I think some people are just like they have it in their head that, you know, like you can't do stuff like that. It's like,
Or their mind just doesn't think like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like-
you want to go eat somewhere. Let me look on Yelp or something. Let me
Nah.
see. It's like, dude, you have all these people.
the homies on the social
Yeah.
media will tell you where to go. Like they're like, yo, there's this barbecue spot down the street. Like
Well,
you gotta try it. And I'm like, all right, I'm
It's
going.
kind of like skateboarding because we
That
would
too,
go.
yeah.
We would go to Paris, or we would go just travel anywhere in America. We would travel, but we'd always go to the dopest spots because those skaters would be showing us around, and they're from there, and they know it's kind of an extension of that.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's like, yo, we're gonna go to the dopest bar, we're gonna go to the dopest restaurant, we're gonna go because we don't have to go to the bell or the hotel registration. Be like, hey, where's a good eatery around here?
Right.
It's
Like,
like
let's go
always.
let's go to this skater bar, like the skater-owned bar over
let's
here,
go
and hang
here.
out. There's
Oh,
the
this
restaurant.
burger joint is
Or let's go
amazing.
to the hot poppin' club because the skaters definitely know about that.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying.
For sure.
Dubs, what's
Straight
with
up.
the
I
club?
No, but I'm just saying.
That's how it always
I
was
remember
back
those times,
then.
man.
Yeah,
it was fun.
yeah.
But a lot of skateboarders definitely had those hookups. So
Hell
it's
yeah.
like,
For sure.
you know,
Yeah.
skateboarders are cool as fuck.
So that's what I'm saying. It's just you get to experience that city like from the inside.
Totally.
A lot of times the people that reply back to me are skateboarders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
it's
Well, they
dope,
probably feel the
you know?
closest to you.
Yeah,
too,
it's super
right?
dope.
Yeah.
We have the best circle, bro. Real
Yeah.
talk. Skateboarders have the best supporting system, bro. Like, again, you can reach out to anybody across the world and ask them simple things like, where can I go eat?
For sure.
Or where can I go skate? Or where can I go see something?
Yeah,
cool?
where can I
You know
go
what
skate?
mean?
I do that all the time too. Like any spots out here, and like you just get spots. Boom, boom, boom. Like, you'll like this set of stairs. Like, yes, thank you.
Damn. Yeah, that's good. I don't use social media like that. My brain doesn't think like that.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think
Yeah.
about asking people what I should go do.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not I'm not wired like that.
Yeah.
I could rewire, but
Well, when
yeah.
you travel, it makes it a little bit easier to ask
True.
that. If you're local and you're asking where to eat, like, that's kind of crazy.
I don't think
You
I
should-
still wouldn't.
You should know. You should know where to
You should
eat.
know your local
You should know where to
zone.
eat local.
I don't know though. Even locally, there's a lot of stuff that's under that I wouldn't even.
This is true.
It's like the heavy-handed, the Smashburger place down here. It's like that's been around for a while, but I'd always just drive by it. I
Yeah,
wouldn't
you
even
never
give
knew.
it a chance, and then I finally was like, oh, let me try that thing. I love it. It's great.
Well, we fall in the habits of doing things we already know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So true.
California
Yeah.
Chicken Cafe.
Yeah, we're like,
Go
oh,
get
same
it.
thing. You're not like looking for something new all the time. You're
That's
like,
the creature of habit. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's
basically.
what
yeah.
recently I've been like following a lot of the food influencers on Instagram because they're in every city, and they basically like shout out all like the good spots or like the viral spots, So I like to follow them and then like see where they go, and then I'll make my little lists in my notes, like, oh, I'm gonna go check
But
out
you,
that spot.
you are a foodie through
I'm
and
such
through.
a
Yeah,
foodie.
straight
Like,
up.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I
Like, that's what I
love.
do.
If there's anything that I'll pay good money for in this world, it is comfort and good food. That is what I'll spend money on. You got to be
Definitely.
comfortable
I agree.
and you got to eat good.
For
But
sure.
I'm not as much as a foodie as you are. I know you.
You'll get there.
Not with Blue Apron. But yeah, listen.
You're a big tech guy though too.
I love.
Oh, that
tech.
makes you happy.
That makes
Yeah,
me
bro.
happy.
Yeah, that makes him happy.
Like this microphone here is like I love it.
It's nice.
Yeah. Okay, skating. We're filming a new video part.
Yep.
Where do we? Death Wish video already came out though. Death Wish Bakers. What are we filming for? Or do we know yet? Do we have a plan? What's going on?
Right now, we're gonna do like some projects with Death Wish later on in the year.
Okay.
And even like the
Okay.
beginning of next year and stuff.
Because
So-
again, this video was more focused on the newer kids and the
yeah, this video was kind of like an introduction to like a lot of the
Yuri
newer
Fascini's
kids.
on there.
Yeah.
Dude,
So sick. That
I'm
guy's
happy
so
for
gnarly.
that kid because
So
he's
psyched.
always been so
He's been
dope.
crushing for so long.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I finally feel like he's got like a legitimate home.
Yeah.
That he can like really buckle down and just focus on skateboarding.
Straight up, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. He's such a dope dude. He was hanging out with us the last few days. But yeah, it kind of like it was like an introduction to like a lot of the newer kids that were just got on the team and stuff, and then Brian O'Dwyer's pro part and
Okay.
Yuri, and then Jamie fucking destroyed, and then like everyone else kind of had like little sections in the video, which was super sick. Just like it's like an old school like Baker 2G video, so it has that like good vibe, good music, like it's just dope. Like I really enjoyed the video.
Is
I as well,
Yuri?
bro.
Does Yuri have a pro board?
Yeah, he's gonna have one for
Okay,
sure. Right?
okay, yeah. 'Cause I was like, he
Yeah.
was pro for almost. I was just
Yeah.
I would hate to see him go back to AM because like there's no way that
I don't
could
think that
happen.
happens.
There's no
No.
reason.
Yeah, it's happened before.
Yeah.
It's happened before.
Really?
Yeah, Raymond Molnar.
Holy
He was
shit.
on Pop War, turned him pro, and then he went to Habitat, and they turned him AM again, and then he went pro.
That's,
wow.
that's
Yeah.
very rare. It does happen, though.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
That's
This would
dirty.
be silly as shit to put him back to amateur.
No,
He's
for
so
sure.
fucking gnarly.
This is his shake
Yeah.
jump part, by the way. That
just came out.
Too,
Yeah.
but, I mean, I wish I went to the premiere. I didn't be. Couldn't make it, but I'm excited to see this Death Wish video.
It's dope,
I'm
man.
excited. to
It's like
see
the
it.
old school videos.
It was good, man.
Everybody watching this now has already seen it.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, man.
It's definitely enjoyable.
But yeah, filming for like some Death Wish projects
Okay.
in the future, near future, and then also any FP projects, you know, because like I have sponsors that are always down to put out parts. Footprint puts out parts all the time. Satori is down to put out parts. So those are kind of like the main ones right now. And obviously I could always put out a part on my YouTube too if I
Sure.
wanted to
Yeah,
do that, you know. But always filming, always crushing. That's just what we do.
How active are you on your YouTube?
Yeah, let's shut up.
I haven't done anything on my YouTube for like 3 years probably.
Really?
But I want to bring it back. It's just time right now is very, very limited. With the sun, all the work and jobs and skating and training, everything combined.
Restaurants.
Restaurants, yeah. Like it's like there's not really much time for me to film YouTube videos, sit down and edit them and stuff like that. Like I could hire someone to do it, but I'm kind of like I'm just not there yet to do.
Look
Yeah.
at this, bro. But you were getting. Listen, you got
Yeah,
some
they-
good views right here.
Yeah, they do
Listen,
all right.
19K, 33K,
Yeah,
229,000 views.
Yeah, those are some of the new ones up there
But this
from like
is
3
2
years
years
ago.
old, though.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
haven't done anything for a while, but I'm definitely gonna do more.
Okay.
I mean, I have it's set up.
Yeah.
It still does stuff because like the videos are still being viewed and
Sure.
stuff.
And you do everything that you basically do on your Instagram, like in your
Yeah,
social.
it's a
the same
mix
shit.
of like
That's sick.
training and
Yep.
food and skating.
Amazing.
It's me. It's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yep.
You know.
It's Neen Williams.
Yeah.
baby.
Straight
It's,
up.
just, it's
Hey,
like
as you should.
Like I'd like to do more kind of fitness stuff too nowadays since I do coach as well. Like just kind of like how you were saying earlier, I think before we got on this was just like kind of like the beginning steps. Because if you jump into my program, it's like you have to kind of have already somewhat you've had to have touched a dumbbell before, you know, like
Okay, yeah,
it's a little bit hard if you haven't, but I'm there kind of explaining everything to you. Like it's the closest thing to me, like standing right here with you, like coaching you through because I'm in your ears and in your headphones. It's an app and there's like videos of me doing the movement on screen. And obviously like it's all based on proven principles to drive progress. So if
You have an app.
yeah, I have an app. It's called Ladder.
Do you have a discount code for me?
Well, dude, it's super cheap in the first place. Like I think a subscription is like $30. So it's like $1 a day, basically.
$30 a month?
A month, yeah.
Okay.
And then if you get like 6 or a year ahead, it comes out to be like $15 a month or
Okay.
something.
I still
Like,
need
it's,
that.
like,
I still need
super
that
cheap.
discount code, man.
Well,
Still need-
I mean, I would just throw you on
You
my
gotta
family
support-
plan.
Yeah,
You know what I
gotta
mean?
support him, man.
You know, I would take
I'm
care of you.
kidding.
I know.
Go ahead.
You know, I'll take care of you.
So that's okay. So you have the app, and then people
Yeah,
can
so-
subscribe to that. That's dope.
Yeah, it's called Ladder.
Ladder, okay.
And then my team is Team
Oh, this is it right
Resilient.
here.
Yeah, so my whole thing is like building a balance of strength, power, conditioning, and endurance and muscle mass to like enhance overall performance and have longevity in the things you love to do. Because what it all comes down to is like strength is king. I was already explaining power to you and speed and everything and how that helps you in the long run. So to build a balance of all that just turns you into like a well-rounded beast
Right.
at the end of the day. Because you're not only going to be super strong, you're also going to build some muscle, and your endurance, your conditioning is going to be like through the roof. Like if
Right.
you wanted to do like a high rocks or any one of those like gnarly contests that they do, it's like you crush it. And then skating, it's like doing lines is so much easier when you actually do conditioning workouts and like anaerobic like
Yeah.
cardio and stuff. So yeah, that's like my whole program. It's all the stuff that I do, just put into a program that I do for the general public.
So I download Ladder, and now how do I find you specifically? Do you have like your own profile in the
like
app?
he just like went through it a little bit, but basically like you would download Ladder, and it like you could either just find the plan, so you could click me, I'm down there. It's Team Resilient.
Amazing.
Or what happens is like I think it's like you do find the plan, and then it'll like run you through like all this stuff. Like a few questions, like 5 questions, and then it'll like show you which teams align with your goals, right?
Yeah.
So like it tries to like find you the perfect coach depending on your goals, but then you could like switch and just be like, yeah, actually I just want to go.
Yeah, I want to get this one.
Yeah.
So this isn't, you don't own this app, you're on this app.
Yeah, partners with the tech guys.
Oh, okay.
You know, so like the tech guys are my partners, and they take care of all that
back end.
crazy back end stuff and the data and everything. And then they do all that stuff to where I can just focus on bringing the best programming I could possibly bring.
Oh, so you do have a stake in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you choose my team, you're
Yeah.
just on my team, and I'm going to coach you the whole time.
Right.
And like,
But there's other teams you could.
there's other teams,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all
okay.
those coaches,
Right,
like those are all separate programs, and they all have different goals. You know, so like
Okay.
one of them's a bodybuilder. So if you want to build as much muscle as possible, like that's your guy. Like
Got you.
mine is more based on performance and longevity. You're gonna get a little bit of everything because that's like what performance is. That's what like being an athlete is. It's like a little bit of everything. You're strong, you're fast, you're explosive, you're powerful. You know.
Those 5 questions you answer are going to lead you to the person that's going to be should you think that maybe should be your instructor.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
AI is basically going to send you to the person that they think you match the best with, depending on your goals from the input you put in there.
Sick.
But then you can also just like, if you wanted to go to a specific coach like myself, you just go to me. You know, you just
Perfect.
go, actually, I want to go here.
Well, I think if you're a skateboarder, you're just going to want to go to you anyway, just based on
up.
the fact of being,
All day.
you can relate to, they can relate to you.
Yeah, if you're a skateboarder, you know, my program is going to be the best for skating goals, you
Yeah.
know, because it's about performance, it's about longevity. So you're going to be enhancing all that stuff.
Dude, he's
I know. Look at that. That's a good.
They're showing what he used to do.
Yeah.
He's what he used
I'm
to be.
basically like kind of going over
Recap,
my whole
yeah.
life and
Yeah.
everything right there.
Somebody
That's
watching that
amazing.
with no volume be like, "Oh shit, that's a good. I can do that too. I could smoke and kick it in the parking lot."
like this one's sick. Let's go.
So good, dude. So wait, all the groups of people that are on this app, do they have equity share in it with
Yeah.
the guy that came up with the app?
Oh, so it's
For
a
sure,
team,
like
it's a
each
team.
like kind of like a milestone that we hit, we get more points.
Rad.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
bro. I love that. Dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
super sick.
And then it's subscription based, and there's no ceiling.
Okay.
You know, so it just be however
Keeps
many
going.
people want to go in,
Yeah.
get them in. You know,
Love
it's just
that.
as long you're just bringing your A game. You know, making sure you're giving some stuff that is gonna work. And you know, have a bunch of certifications. I've been doing this stuff for over 10 years. It's
Yeah,
like
man.
it's what I live, breathe, and then I'm the guinea pig. I've been doing it to myself forever,
Sure.
and I know it works. You know, so it may not work for everybody,
Right.
but you know, it may work for you.
I'm just imagining,
For sure.
like you have to have those credentials, right?
Yeah.
Imagine me like doing a training session, like
Like, let's go.
I mean,
yeah. Could you imagine?
Hey, I mean,
I
yeah,
think you can do it.
You
Yeah,
can do it.
it's
But
casual.
now, like
can
starting
get
it
there.
now, the way you look, no, probably
No, but
wouldn't be the
me
best
being the
idea.
trainer.
No, but you got to start somewhere. You start now, and then maybe next year you'll be right there with them. Dude.
Yeah, it got to take a little time.
Yeah,
bro.
don't-
Yeah.
No, Neen says it takes a long time, dude.
Well, it takes a long time because there's like a lot of different things to it, and then if you're not doing it with someone that can like guide you correctly, like I could help guide you correctly.
Okay.
Whereas like if you were just like, fuck it, I could figure this out by watching YouTube and doing these YouTube workouts and whatever. It's like you may see benefits in the beginning because there's like that beginner kind of thing. Yeah, the beginner shock where it's just like things just work. But then like if you have no guidance, you're just kind of like doing stuff and hoping to see results and like there's so much mess
Yeah,
out
okay,
there, on YouTube and social media. It's like, which way do I go? Even like nutrition, like what do I do? Like, I don't know. Whereas like, if you go into my program, you're talking to me and I've done all this stuff and I could like point you in the right direction and help you set up your own stuff to like, okay, you want to gain 10 pounds of muscle? Like, here we go. This is what we're going to do.
Okay.
And like, we'll follow these proven principles. I'll put you on this diet and we could do it.
Okay.
You'll see it.
Okay.
Here's a question for you, right? Okay. I wake up. I'm gonna do some workouts right in the morning. Do I eat first or do I not eat first? Do I have a hard boiled egg maybe to get a little something in my stomach, or do I just go with no food?
Good question.
I mean, I think that's a legitimate. Like, what do you do?
So, you could do either.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. I'm gonna
explain why.
I'm gonna ride. Here's what I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna ride the bike for Depends how I feel that day. Maybe it's a 30-minute. Maybe it's a 45-minute. Peloton. Get the blood going and stuff. Sweat. Then I'm gonna do a little bit of lifting. Do some curls. Do some triceps, some biceps.
Okay.
Some, all
got
that
all
stuff,
the moves.
right?
Let's
yeah,
go.
got all
Yeah,
the moves.
there we go.
And then maybe
he knows.
and then
He's out there.
I'm telling you, dude. And then I'm gonna follow it up with maybe a little bit of foam rolling or core. Okay. So we got about an hour, hour and 15-minute workout.
So back to what I said, you could do either, whatever you feel is best, because at the end of the day, what ends up happening is you still have glycogen stores from the previous night, from whatever you ate. Like you still have that in your muscles, which is going to give you energy to work out.
Gotcha.
Now, if you eat before you work out, you may have more energy because you have fresh glycogen in the muscles, and you also you have like more calories to push towards, putting more strength into like your workouts. Like let's say you're doing a leg day and you're doing a deadlift. If you eat before you do this leg day, you may have more strength doing this leg day. You may pull way more pounds than you would have if you didn't eat. And that's just because the food is fresh. You have more energy because food is energy, calories is energy, right?
But is it like something like, like when you eat, wait 10 minutes before you go swim or something?
Yeah, you want to
like,
wait because your body has to break it down and turn it into.
So
like,
how long
all
are you
these
waiting
things.
then?
Well, like an hour.
Oh, shit.
Like if you eat, if you want to eat before you train, you want to kind of aim it to be about an hour.
Okay, so I'm not going to eat before. We're going to just
And
go.
you'll be
We're going to go
fine.
right to the. Okay.
You'll be fine.
What about protein shakes and powder? Do I do that during the thing or after?
You can do it during and you can do it after.
Okay.
Really, there's there's more information out there now that it's not so important to get it 30 minutes after you've done your workout. Like you have like a 2 hour or so window to get in like your protein shake, your meal. I believe some guidelines point to trying to get around 0.5 grams of carbs per pound of your weight, either before, during, or after your workout. So I'm like 160 pounds. I need to get in about 80 grams of carbs, like within the time frame before, during, and after my workout.
Okay.
And that doesn't have to be immediately after. That doesn't have to be immediately before, but somewhere around my workout for the optimal recovery.
Right.
And then a quarter of that in protein. So 40 grams of protein around my workout to get the optimal recovery.
40 grams. How much does a piece of chicken have?
It depends on how big it is.
Like just a little chicken
little
breast.
quarter.
Little
Yeah,
chicken breast.
something about
chicken nugget.
like a chicken breast has like very low fat, so it's mostly protein.
Ah.
So chicken breast actually has like the highest amount of protein.
That's all I eat, chicken
So like
breast.
something like that is probably about 20-30 grams.
Okay,
Like
so
a-
if I eat, I'm around.
Yeah.
I'm bordering on the protein. Okay.
What does Neen do before a workout? Does he eat? Wake up? If you're waking up in the morning and then you're going to work out, do you eat before or not after?
It depends. I'm always going to answer it depends, because if I'm waking up and I'm trying to beat my son from waking up, and I'm gonna wake up at like 5-ish, and I'm gonna go work out. So I'm not gonna eat. I'm just gonna drink a cup of coffee, kind of like get out
you even
there.
get the coffee going before you work out.
Yeah, get a little
The
caffeine,
but-
try to get fired up. You know,
I didn't know if
A little bit of water.
focus.
A little bit of water.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course I'm gonna wake up and
Yeah.
like first thing I down like
AG1?
this whole thing of water. You know, AG1. Yeah, so I'll down this thing with water with a little bit of salt in it.
Yep.
About like a quarter teaspoon of salt in there. Drink that. Replenish my body with minerals and electrolytes, and then I'll drink coffee, and then I'll just go straight to the gym, get after it, and then come home, and then I'll just feast. That's when you'll see the story.
Okay. That's when the story.
That's when the story
That's when the-
starts. You know,
Okay.
I'll
Dope.
feast, and then I'll get all that stuff I was telling you. 0.5 grams of carbs per pound of muscle, and a quarter of that.
What about intermittent fasting? Do you suggest that to anybody?
I mean, it depends on like what your goals are.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I know there's a lot of benefits with like cells and kind of just like, I think regenerative kind of effects with fasting. I don't do it.
Yeah.
I just eat. Like if I'm hungry, I eat.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know,
I'm never hungry until
I saw-
like noon or 1.
That's why I was asking. When I
Yeah.
wake up, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to, fill my body with food when I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat at that time.
Yeah.
I just want to go and work out.
Same.
Yeah, and you could totally do it. Like I said, you have glycogen stores to allow it. Like where it becomes hard is if you're doing like a hard like HIIT class or a IWT, like interval weight training, where you're like pressing heavy weight, following up with like fast sprints. Like that's when you'll feel like you got hit with a train if you didn't eat before.
Why are you doing all
You know,
this?
and then if you want, like if you're going to a meet or like you have to like, it's a max day and you're trying to hit like a heavy 1 rep on like a deadlift or a squat, it's smarter to eat something an hour before because you're just going to have fresh energy to burn.
I feel like it's just about, like you just said, it is what you want in your goal.
It's your goal.
right?
Yeah.
You-
Everything like food,
Yeah.
nutrition, fitness, it's all goal based and and there's different ways to get there.
I feel
And
like
there's not just one way.
if you're listening to this or watching this, get a goal, hit up Neen.
Number one thing. Yep.
Hit up Neen.
Yep.
Go get the app. Do all this stuff, and boom, we're gonna be well on our way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking back to the app, how many people do you have under the resilience like that? Like, that's with you guys.
So it's just me by myself. I train about over 1,000 people right now.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going.
That's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, it's wild. And it keeps going up, because as many people as I can help, that's all I'm about, you know, like
bro.
Has anyone asked you how to heel flip?
they do send like
Like a little tutorial how to heel flip with the thing?
they were saying that it'd be funny to like add a heel flip as like one of the movements.
workouts.
You know what I mean? But I was like,
Damn.
I don't want to do that. But people do send, like, there are skaters on there and they
Yeah?
send tricks. And because, like, we
sick.
have, like, a community chat where we're all there.
Oh, sick.
And they
Okay.
send skate tricks all the time. They're like, not
That's
bad
tight.
for, like, a heavy leg day. I'm like, damn, like, go
Rad.
for it. Yeah.
I love
Keep
it.
separated.
I love that you have a
Sick.
whole little community and everything, and you got your burger joint, you're filming a video part, and you got the
Yeah,
spice
man.
thing. You're doing it, man.
Bro.
Thanks,
I
bro.
love it.
I love the
Yeah.
entrepreneurial spirit.
Thank you.
Definitely holding true to it, bro.
Thank
right.
you. Yeah,
and I
it's
just
been
think from
wild.
mentioning NADC on our show, you're going to get at least 2 orders. At least 2.
Let's go. No, last
Make
time
sure
I was
you
on
have-
there, we got a bunch of orders.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you go to
Yeah,
his
it'll
restaurant, if
work.
you go to his restaurant, tell him the 9 Club sent.
That's
you.
right.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Right.
Yeah,
He's not
it's
coming
wild,
check out.
man. Just like, it's been crazy. And just like, with having my son and stuff, it's been wild. Just like kind of structuring it all and just, like I said earlier, it's like your time is no longer your time is his time. So just kind of structuring everything together. The only way I could do all the stuff that I do is like, I have to be really on point with my time management and being efficient with like everything that I'm doing, so I could like put forth 110% to everything that I'm doing. Like no half-ass, just
How-
like
how
I'm all the way in.
How funny is that? when our skate careers came into play, even just growing up skating, like time was no issue, right?
There was always enough time.
There was no issue with
Yeah.
time. We would wake up at 1 p.m.
Yep.
We would wake up, then we'd go skate, we'd go to the thing, and then as you get older, you start transforming into this other person and there's more responsibilities and everything. Time is everything.
Oh, it gets nuts.
If just the other day, I'm doing the graphic stuff for some Nine Club stuff, and we're doing the interview, we're doing the live shows, and I'm literally like, almost like, I wouldn't say minute by minute, but like I will spend a certain amount of time on something, and then I'll be like, oh, I got to move on. I
Yeah.
have to move on, or else I can spend 4 hours on this.
For
But I
sure.
have to kind of put that down, go to another thing, because I have to utilize my time.
The management is real, bro.
I want to go back to waking up at 1.
I know.
Can we go back to that
It'd
and
be
just not caring? And I'll call up Dubs, be like, Dubs, it's 1. Where are we skating today, man? You'd be like, man, we'll go to that Van Nuys Courthouse, man. I'll be like, I'll meet you there, bro.
Bruh.
You know what I mean?
It was all a
to
dream.
bring those days
Bro.
back. That's why you got to enjoy those days while you have them. Like really
So
soak
true.
it in, because as soon as like adulting kicks in, it's a different beast.
A part of me,
the
though-
whirlwind is real because
You-
the time goes so fast, man.
A part of me likes it, though. A part
Yeah.
of me likes having a structured,
For sure.
like, not a structured life, but a structured, like, I don't know
Well,
the
it's just,
word for it.
we're also glad that we lived that life just to see what it was like, and
Yeah.
now we can move on. I don't know.
I also say like the person, like not to like big up ourselves. Yeah, we're
Please
kind of
do,
bigging up
man.
ourselves. But the person that has like a shit ton of stuff going on that can still find time to skate, that's a fucking passionate person on the board. You know what I mean? Like it's
Totally.
like if you have all that shit going on and you could still chip out time in your day to like fucking get after it on your board, it's like you have to be very passionate to do that, because it's easy. Like nowadays, like with all this shit going on, it's easy to be like, oh well, I'm too busy to go to the park or go try to film this trick. It's super easy, but it's like that will never happen. You know what I mean? Like skating is always part of my day. Like it doesn't
Right.
matter. It's like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try that trick.
Yeah.
And it may work, or too many things might be on my mind and it may not work, but it's like I'm gonna go fucking do it.
It is skating is the funniest thing, man.
For sure.
You could be, I could skate like I'm the best skater in the world one day. And then the next day I just got this thing for Christmas and I don't know how to use it.
For sure.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
And your
Dude, it's
mindset
wild.
could just be so different in one
Oh
day.
my God. And then you have the best day of skating. You try to repeat that day. What did I eat
Never
for breakfast
happens.
that day?
Yeah.
What did I have? What was I wearing? What socks was I wearing? How did I did I start soaping this arm first in the shower? Like you try to repeat. Never
Yeah,
works.
No,
No.
not at all.
I feel like skating goes in chapters. Like there's a chapter where you're like young, you're living with ma, and you can skate all day, you have no responsibilities. And then you get a little bit older, you're staying on you have a skate house, you guys are just like 7 people to an
$200 a
apartment, $200 a month. You guys
Good
are
old days.
like, you could skate pretty much all day, but you still have to kind of figure out how to pay your $200 and stuff. And then there's like, now you move out, you're with the girlfriend now, and it's like another chapter, and you're still finding time to skate. And then you keep, like, it just keeps going. And then you have all these responsibilities, and you still find time to skate.
Yeah,
It's different levels of skaters, like it just keeps going.
I think at the end of the day, though, that it's the skating that just keeps us sane.
Yeah, it's therapy.
It is.
It's like I've never felt so clear. Like if I don't skate for like 2 to 3 days in a row, I'm hell to be around, because I'm just like I'm just like built up,
A lot of pent-up stuff.
Yeah, like I have to get out there and I have to suffer. I have to put myself through suffering on a ledge or like down the set of stairs, and then I'm good again. I'm like I gotta get humbled.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not get that trick. I'm humbled. I'm like peaceful.
Or
know?
you get that trick and that's that feeling.
Yeah,
That's that
and then
feeling.
that's what I was searching for. I was gonna say, like, after like kind of getting into like all the fitness stuff, I find that in fitness as well. Like certain things, like certain lifts and stuff, like you you attempt them, you fail, but you get humbled, and it puts you in your place. And then when you go out on the streets, it's like, you're not trying to start no shit with anybody. Like, you've already been humbled. You know, you're like, you're very at ease. You know, you're like, you're not mad. Like, you're driving in traffic. You're just like, oh, go for it. Like, you want to cut me? Go right ahead. You know,
Bust your ass to get one car length ahead. Good.
Like,
Go do your thing, player.
I just got humbled in my house a little bit ago. Like, I'm good. You know, but like skating does the same thing. You know, it just like, it humbles you. It puts you in your place, and you know, it's something that I'm gonna do for the rest of my life.
You're well on your way, bro.
Straight up.
You could skate for a long. Those heel flips ain't going nowhere.
We're gonna keep doing them.
Especially the way you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm
Real
saying,
talk.
man.
Oh yes.
Listen, come back anytime, Neen. We got to make it out there. We got to do a 9 Club field trip out
I would love to make it out
to
there.
Fort Worth. Is that it? Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, yeah, right by Dallas.
Do a barbecue or something. You know, do a little work out these triceps.
Yeah,
you know?
anytime. Come through.
Kelly, will you do the honors, dude? Will you grab Neen some nice 9 Club gear I hope you have
bro.
room in your suitcase.
I mean, I could FedEx it back. Yeah,
Really?
casual.
It's just a hoodie and just a couple things. We don't have, you know.
We can,
I'll
we can
take
ship
it.
it out to you.
Large.
Large.
Yeah. I find like the skate stuff like fits really tight. Have you
It
noticed
does
that?
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like that though.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
more.
I like a
find
little
myself
thick.
a little less baggier than I was.
Yeah.
I like my stuff to fit.
I'm
little-
still slightly baggy.
Yeah, but your shit fits well. Like this sweater fits well. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's not going to your thighs.
Right.
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 It's like
Yeah.
No,
You
it's
know.
more fit. I guess skater fit.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I need
also-
like a little
You're also
little
buff.
loose.
You know.
I'm still trying to be buff.
Oh yeah. It's working.
I gotta work at it though.
We all got to work at it, man.
Yeah.
Especially me. Neen, I'm telling you, man.
Let
we're
me
gonna.
know.
I'm gonna hit
definitely
you
reaching
up.
out.
I'm gonna
I'm
hit
definitely
you up.
reaching out.
Yeah, anytime, man. I know so much stuff. Like it's crazy.
Okay, I talked about the dinner. I talked about
I
the
need the
dinner.
starter kit. Just give me the starter kit.
Yeah.
And we'll go from
Breakfast
I-
kit. What's a good breakfast?
Breakfast.
Yeah. Couple eggs.
So eggs is great. That's protein.
Yeah.
Tons of vitamins, minerals in that.
Go ahead.
Couple eggs, about 3, 4, I would say.
Bacon. We don't have any bacon.
You could do bacon too,
Okay.
yeah. The only things that I would try to eat less of for breakfast, we'll put it that way, would be like anything that's high
Thank you.
glycemic. So like
Meaning.
like breads and stuff
Oh,
are
God,
very high
I love
in
bread.
the
Gotta
on
say
the
that.
glycemic index, and what that does is it shoots your blood sugar up, and then you crash down. So if you ever feel like fatigue and like kind of slow and dragging through the day, and sometimes it's because you had like bread, like you had a
fucking
bread
love
sandwich.
sandwiches,
I
bro.
love them
God,
too,
I
man.
know.
But like a easy fix is like to have like corn tortillas and like eggs, because
Okay.
corn is not as high up there. And then also another easy fix is to have fruit. So fruit is a simple carb that breaks down faster and for readily available energy to be burned. So fruit in the morning is always like a go-to.
Okay.
Right? Fruit, yogurt, eggs. That's always going to be kind of your best friend to optimize energy throughout the day. And then after you skate or do something physically active, then you could have your breads, your rice, your flour tortillas, all that kind of stuff, potatoes, all that stuff after you've been active, because that's going to help with recovery, replenish the glycogen in your muscles, give you more energy, and you're not going to feel as like fatigued and beat down. Even like during, like if you're skating and you're on a session, like eat dates, eat apples, bananas, like stuff like that is going to give you the best like clean energy that's not going to slow you down.
Okay.
Okay.
Lot to learn.
Yeah.
Gabs.
Yeah,
Lot to
bro.
learn.
Love
dude.
it.
Yeah, man, I could go for days.
I know. It's
This show ain't long enough. It'd be like
I'm
10
telling you,
hours.
bro, I'm telling you. But first of all, Neen, dude,
Yeah,
always
man.
thank you so much for stopping
dude.
by and
Thank you,
kicking
guys.
it.
Thank you, bro.
You can come back anytime.
Hell yeah,
Yes,
dude.
Come back anytime, dude. But listen, here's some socks. Steel
Dude,
socks.
let's go. Oh, perfect.
Look at that.
My
There you go.
guys.
Yeah.
Stance. Let's go.
Boom.
Oh, we
You got the Yeti.
sick.
Always stay hydrated.
Oh,
man.
hell yeah,
Always
dude.
stay
Let's
hydrated.
go.
bro.
Need that.
I don't know if this is 26 ounces. It might
I
be a
actually
little
needed
bit.
a new one. Look at this thing.
You
My
dented
skateboard
the-
hit it.
You dented
Yeah.
the hell out of that.
Skateboard hit it.
Look at this.
That'll do it.
Perfect.
There you go, bro.
Thank you.
And we got
Sick,
the nice crew neck, the 9 Club
Hell yeah.
crew neck right
yes.
there.
Buttery.
Boom, all available on the 9club.com. There you go.
Let's go. This was nice. Thank you.
You could
dude.
fit all that in your suitcase.
I gave
That's what
hey,
I'm saying.
There's a little mug there too
Oh,
for him.
sorry
'Cause I know he
about
drinks
that.
coffee.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Coffee?
Let's
Coffee
go.
got. Look at this.
Yes.
Yes, dude.
I like that logo.
Thank you, bro. Charlie.
Dope, dude.
Shout out to Charlie, man.
out
Our
Charlie,
guy
man.
Charlie.
Let's
Hooking
go.
up the product.
Thank you.
Dude.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, doors always open.
Dude, thank you. Yeah. If you guys want burgers or anything, come on over. Got you guys, of course.
We got to travel out to
I want to go to. I want to go out to Austin. To
Yeah,
be
yeah.
honest, like just to
Same.
go to the comedy scene over there and to go get a burger.
And if
But-
I do a pop up out here too, I'll let you guys know.
Oh, please
okay.
do.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
We'll definitely pull up.
Yeah,
For sure.
that'd be dope.
Love
Yeah.
the support.
But I always got you guys.